Check.
Hey, let that beat play.
Check, 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 check.
Yeah. Hey, hey, yeah. Royalty Kings.
Hey, let that beat
See, I really been out on the mission to keep out his paper. We haven't still come in and flip it. Started out riding Batman with the geezers. When that didn't work, talk to pop about the chicken. All of them talks, my bad ass still ain't listen, was living. But taught me the ways of that kitchen. Don't need me a pot, I can microwave with it. I bang the high seat just like a Christian. Went from that set to the spot, now we living. Still running they mouth, they gon' die by the mention. They bitches and most of them not from the trenches. Come to my block, come and see how we living. We chillin' with Glocks and they all got extensions. Moved to the north, cause I seen they was winning. Go ask about it, got a spot, had it spinning. I went from ballin' to clutching the cinema.
Let the chopper singing like TLC. Yup, the chain sounding like bells on me. Just told this hoe she ain't worth 50 cents. You know I'm a PIMP. If I see that shit I want it, I get it. I ain't got time for no love. Snub nose revolver in my pocket, I shoot like Scotty Pippen. Ballin' big business, got my own whips, ain't doing no rain. I cut the top, ain't doing no tricking. Take your shoes, little You trippin', don't get me wrong, I can show you how to get it, show you how to stack it, show you how to flip it. Don't get me wrong, I can show you how to get it, show you how to stack it, show you how to flip it. Talking about money, then you know I'm listening. Money keep calling like Glock, come get me. Just little whoppy and I spent 250. Should've bought a Continental Bentley. Just little whoppy and I spent 250. Should've bought a Continental Bentley. I love my gang and against it. I just drop 100 on the cutthroat pen. Let me tell you a little something about me. I'm a self-made, never had an OG. You can ask my grandma, ask my cousin, you can ask my teacher, you can ask the street. I just be in the cut, so don't get cut. You know I'm cut, they cut on me. I just be in the cut, so don't get cut. You know I'm cut, they cut on me.
See, I really not on the mission to keep out his paper. We haven't still come in and flip. Started out riding Batman with the geezers. When that didn't work, talk to pop about the chicken. All of them times my bad ass still ain't listen, was living, but taught me the ways of that kitchen. Don't need me a pot, I can microwave with it. I bang the high seat just like a Chris. Went from that set to the spot, now we living. Still running they mouth, they gon' die about the mention. They bitches and most of them not from the trenches. Come to my block, come and see how we living. We chillin' with Glocks and they all got extensions. Moved to the north cause I seen they was winning. Go ask my ex, got a spot, had it spinning. I went from ballin' to clutch in the ceiling.
My little bitch just asked me, Doc, what do you need, your highness? I'm good. I just spent the 100 with TV Johnny, just on diamonds. Spent another 60 with Elliot, yeah, for perfect timing. Too much money in front of me, put all the book behind me, yeah. Hear no evil, see no evil, I just see dead presidents. My boys, they stupid with that chopper, some young dreadheads. Now I ain't coming to America, I'm coming to California. All of my they loyal to me, that's how I got my diploma. Versace roll, go Cartier. I do what I want with this like Kanye. I only drink syrup, no Bombay. I knew I was gonna do this big one day. You get 200, then they get afraid. My great-great-granddaddy used to be a slave. They start to hate on you when they know that you paid. I guess that's the price that you pay, yeah. Hey, my trap house is my castle, my trap queen. I ain't see a crack fiend, yo look like a drag queen. What the? I bust down 2 million in 20s and put it in the wall. Rex. I told all my can't get in my car.
See, I really been out on the mission to keep out his paper. We haven't still come in and flip. Started out riding Batman with the geezers. When that shit worked, talk to pop about the chicken. All of them times my bad ass still ain't listen, was living, but taught me the ways of that kitchen. Don't need me a pot, I can microwave with it. I bang the high seat just like a Chris. Went from that set to the spot, now we living. Still running they mouth, they gon' die about the mention. They bitches and most of them not from the trenches. Come to my block, come and see how we living. We chillin' with Glocks and they all got extensions. Moved to the north cause I seen they was winning. Go ask my ex, got a spot, had it spinning. I went from ballin' to clutch in the scene, it was wrong. Don't give it up, then we kill her. One-legged partner, 5K, he a killer. Came back from the dead, feeling like Thriller. I asked her, she know I'm that nigga. Came through the circle, just know she a sprinter. Should swallow it out for a pill and some liquor. Having our way could retire a strip, but instead by the BBL got the bitch thicker. A play, he getting found in the river. Her diamonds froze, they so cold, make me shiver. I been pouring up drink, know it's hurting my liver. That's the cost to keep saying for these niggas. He say the wrong thing, let it rain on these niggas. Damn, he out, no shame in these niggas. Be all on the net, but still claim you a killer. If you real, hear my chain go little nigga.
Oh my brother, oh my. What's that?
Bad and bullshit, bad. Cooking up dope with a Uzi. My is savage, ruthless. We got 30s and 100 rounds.
Test. Oh, my mic still work. Oh my God, my mic still work.
I hope your mic work.
What's good, bro?
Man, we back.
No. He back. No,
Oh, bro, I'm been their friends. I say we.
Yeah, we.
Yes. What's goody?
Man, bro.
Ah, man, look. We got a house full, man. Let's say what's up. What up, Mo? I see Juice. I see CDT Beats.
Hold on.
Skinny's in the building.
Hold
Oh,
on.
you got. Come on, come on. Go ahead,
Hold
get the
on.
drop.
My sound broke.
CDT.
Hold on. It's been a minute. Hold on.
Blame the producer.
Yeah, man. We gotta come back on that.
Who else we got in there? Miss Mike's check is in there. What's up, man?
Oh yeah.
Who else we got? Who else we got? Who's got? I said more. I think I said more
Highway
perspectives.
skinny. Highway skinny. Highway
BD,
skinny.
put your shirt on, boy.
Yeah,
Put your
BD
shirt on.
BD got us on in the background. So
Oh, we gonna get him in trouble. We're gonna get him some points. Some points at work. Gonna get wrote up. Look, we will not be compensating nobody. What's popping, man?
Mo perspective. Did you shout her out?
Did I said what up, Mo? What
Oh,
up,
okay.
Mo?
Okay. Just checking. Mo gonna get on that
Shit
top.
alive. Shit alive. Shit. Hey, listen, y'all got some group chats y'all in. Y'all got some gossip chats y'all in. You know what I'm saying? Throw that chat in there, man.
Yeah, man. It's gonna get serious.
Share the love, bro. It's finna get serious, but it's finna get accountable too, bro. So we're gonna do a little bit of it all.
Oh man, what's up with my soundboard? See, this is what I'm saying. This is why you can't be
You
you
know
can't
what?
go disappear. You can't go ghost. Bad stuff
You know
happen
what?
every time.
Let me say this. It's the power of prayer.
There we go.
See?
I got to use
When
the
God
I got to
when
use
when
the
when God
stock.
when, when God
Hold on.
when
I got to use the stock.
yeah, see, I prayed, bro. I prayed, and now you can't play with your hands. Need to see your hands.
Oh, this is crazy. This is
Do y'all
crazy.
see this dude literally trying to
I'm freaking out. Yeah,
he
I'm,
tweaking over here,
I'm
yeah.
spazzing like, yo, what?
He can't play
I
he
can't
can't play
breathe,
with
bro.
his hands.
I can't breathe. Hold on.
Hey, hold on. Hold on. That's a sensitive topic right now.
Dang.
Goodness. Who else? Who else we got in there? Kale Universe. What up? What up? What up? What
Oh,
up?
Kale,
What
I forgot.
up?
Oh, where you at? I don't see him. Where you at?
Oh, okay. Hold up, Mo. You said
Oh,
put
there he
in
is.
y'all's discords. Yeah, whatever that is, do what she said. If it's
Oh,
gonna get people to
I was
see.
trying to, but I don't know y'all usernames on Discord. I'm about to put it in the chat now. I think I figured it out. I think I figured it out.
Hey y'all, guess what? Our email backup. Well, actually, it's not backup. We out of jail, and I set up a new one. So I circumvented the system. So listen,
Oh,
y'all see the banner at the top, up there. Send your topics. If y'all got some, you know what, Mike, and we'll monitor it. If y'all want to, you need user IDs for the Discord and stuff like that, they could probably send it to it. If it gets crazy, man, I ain't gonna be able to keep up with all that. But we definitely will. We will be looking for topics in there.
yeah. Use the Discord or the email, preferably the email, so Ken can see it.
You know what?
Info.
I don't know why I feel like you somehow
You don't.
pose me
You
with
don't have
that
Discord.
responsibility.
No, you don't. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. I'm trying to delegate. Yeah, yeah.
I saw that. I saw
You
that.
see?
You
You
know,
see?
I saw
All
that
right.
passive aggressively. Look. I took it. I took that loop. I'm a finger roller though.
What's going on there, buddy? How was your week? Today is only Tuesday, so what's good? What's
Mm.
good? What's good? How was your week?
My week is good though, bro. My week is good, bro. I ain't gonna
Try
trip.
not to monologue, but go ahead.
No, my week is good, bro. Just getting back in it, bro. Like I've been traveling so much for the last 3.5 weeks that like I really took last week just to like kind of like pace myself, bro. Um, the older you get, you be taking the midday naps like a mofo. I found myself like
We don't know what
passing out,
we
bro.
got jobs, bro. We got 9 to 5s. We don't know nothing about that. I'm just saying.
Bro, I'm sorry, bro. I be taking midday naps. I listen. If I'm gonna take it regardless. Somebody gonna have to schedule me a nap in the middle of the day if I have one. You know what I'm saying?
It's,
But yeah, bro, I've been
what's
been
going
been
on?
ripping and running, trying to settle down, get back to regular life.
Hmm. And dodging the
What?
podcast.
I ain't been dodging nothing, bro. You was supposed to hit me.
Pause.
Pause.
Okay, so Ken, he been on hiatus because he watching the NBA finals. So let's talk about let's get the sports out the way real quick. Don't y'all leave. Let's talk about these Spurs real quick. I got a lot of topics. I know y'all want to stay away from gender. Okay, that's what's up. No, if y'all want it, we'll talk about it. But we just try to stay away from it because
Mo, I tell you what, put yours in the email now. We'll get to it tonight. I'm for it. Ain't no basketball on. I'm for the shiznits. What's that? What CDT say? You got to make a section. Hey, I don't know about that's too much for me.
What'd he say?
It's too much for me. I can't read all that. I don't know what you're talking about. Here,
MC, you got to
a
make a
text
section.
channel.
Oh, I did. Oh, I only got the voice chat. Is that what I did? I made a voice chat. See, that's what
Hey,
I'm saying.
wait,
I don't know what
wait,
I'm doing.
wait, wait, wait. Before I get anxiety right now, only send topics to that email. Don't send instructions for all that other stuff. If Mike ain't gonna be able to help manage it, because I'll
What did he
be
say?
going
Text
crazy trying to
channel.
figure out the
I thought I
score.
did that. Yeah. I don't know. Whatever. All right, we're gonna call it
Well, let's get to it, bro.
A2. Let's get to it. A2D fan base. No, A2D.
Thank you, CD. I appreciate it.
What do you say?
No, my therapist, thank you, because I don't need to be talking about emails in my therapy sessions, bro. Oh, bro, did I tell you? No, I ain't tell you. We'll get to it tonight. I had a conversation with my therapist yesterday,
Oh God. Oh
and
Lord.
yeah, bro. Every time you think you make a good 2 steps forward, I took some steps back.
Why? You've been dodging the podcast. That's why. So let's hear about it.
Now, what I had to be accountable about some other stuff, bro. This is stuff I was just how in life when you think you got stuff in order and you kind of look
There we
back.
go. Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Got a little
see,
excited there.
I'm done praying. Prayer don't work.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Prayer don't work. But yeah, bro. When you kind of think you got some stuff in order, and you really unpack it, and it wasn't what you pegged it to be. So you had to go back and eat a little bit of crow.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Go
All
ahead,
right,
bro.
bro. You
Got it.
wait, you got an amp on that? That sound
You
like
got it. I turned it
it's a
down.
little loud.
No, it's just a little
Thank you.
bit.
Yeah, bro. So it's just all about
Oh, so now you want to talk about what you unpacked? What was going last time? Last time we went live and we were talking about consent. You got a little in your feels and you didn't want to talk about it. So you ready to talk about it now?
I don't recall that. What are you talking
You
about?
ready?
Consent
You
for
ready
what?
to point to where it hurt? What we
What are we
doing?
talking about? What are we talking about?
I'm just
What are we
saying.
talking about? It
Last
seems
time
like
I
you
remember,
wait. It seems like you've been holding on to something. What are you talking
I
about?
have. I've been holding on to the last live. Pause. You didn't want to talk about it. You was in your feels. So are you ready to talk about it now?
So refresh me. What were we talking about in the last live?
You were 13, and then you let a 39-year-old hit, and then you was trying to say, well, that is this something that
Oh, wait.
society says is, or is
I
this
I
something that
I
you
I
believe in?
so I didn't get into that in my therapy.
Oh, you didn't go there yet? Okay.
I didn't go there yet. No,
Why
well,
not?
no, that's so it's like therapy is not a continuum, right? It's kind of it's always a check in, and then kind of how have things been since the last time we talked. So actually, I didn't bring that circumstance back up just because it wasn't you guys when I brought it to the internet. um it was an issue, right? The fact of the age difference became an issue.
Hmm.
For those of them they don't know, they talking about you know I had a circumstance with an older person and I was younger.
No, she hit. No, you ain't had no circumstance.
No, I hit, bro. Hold on.
No, she
Don't.
hit. No, she hit.
No, no, no,
No,
no,
you was
no, no, no,
13.
no,
She
no,
hit.
no, no, no.
Trust.
Listen, that was my
She
first boxing lesson.
she
For those who
forever
know,
changed your life,
she
right?
did.
You didn't change her
Look,
life.
listen,
She was a whore
and
before you met her, and she probably
and
still a whore at
you know
69.
what? Disrespect.
She
And
changed
she
your
wasn't no
life.
damn. She ain't 69. Relax, bro.
I was 30. Well, hold on. Wait.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, do your math. Do your math.
Okay.
Do your math. Do your
She's
math.
79. She's
No,
79. I'm sorry. Go
you a
ahead.
hater. This dude is a hater. This
You ain't
dude
never
is
thought
a
about
hater.
that? You ain't never thought about that? Like, dang, how old would that person be? Right?
No, I actually haven't.
So that was over 30 years ago, right? And she was, yeah, I'm right. Yeah, she in her 70s. That's mama.
Okay, so let's talk.
That's
What?
mama.
So wait. So you had a cougar,
Turn that down just a smidge. All right,
right? You had a cougar, right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
She
How old
probably
is your
still-
cougar? Is
she
she still
probably-
alive?
She was
Nursing home?
she was
AARP?
she was around my father's at yeah, she's 69.
God.
Oh,
Whoa.
yeah.
No, I ain't that bad, brother.
What?
I ain't that bad.
Oh, come on, bro. She was 30.
I wasn't.
How old was she? How old was she?
Like 20.
Oh, now you lying. Stop. Hold on.
No, she was. Because my neighbor was like 3 years younger than me. No, it's his auntie.
You lucky I can't find my buttons fast enough.
Yeah, you can't. You don't need them buttons. She wouldn't. No.
Oh, there it is.
Stop the cap.
There it is.
You know what? She was about to turn 30.
Okay,
You're right.
So she's 6.
14 to 30. Yeah. Hey. Look.
Bro.
Still alive and doing well. Still alive and doing well. You ain't finna victimize me.
33 years ago.
You're not finna
So she's
victimize me.
63.
You ain't finna victimize.
What? Her and Jordan the same way. Her and Mike Jordan.
Look at this dude, yo. You are attuned right now. You're attuned.
Oh
That's
my
what you are.
gosh. I didn't want to go there with
wait.
you, but hey.
Wait.
What?
Yours was older than mine. So what is you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Yeah, they all old.
Wait. If you talk about mine was Jordan, who yours was Kareem?
Right. Bill Russell.
Bill Russell. God, dog. I'm just saying, bro. Look, imagine the gray hair she got right now.
Hey, chill out, bro. This is sad, y'all. Don't listen to us. We ain't talking about nothing.
Bro, she got her teeth in the jar in a nursing home somewhere, reaching over like, I remember this boy, and his name was Michael.
Michael, just like that's how they say it too. Michael, not Michael, not Mike. That's how my great grandmother used to call my Michael. I was like, where?
What's her name?
Where?
What's her name? Her name Maud.
My great grandmother. Oh my gosh.
Mimo. That's her name, Mimo.
So you got a big mom. That was a big mom.
Oh my god. She's a Bigums too?
Big mom. Well, not really, but she.
God, dog.
Don't do that, bro. Don't do that, bro.
Thank you, May. You saved the community.
What'd she say? Oh, I forgot. My bad.
Oop.
I'm a virgin. I was a virgin, so I know my wife. I don't know what you talking about. We just talking, chat. We just doing this for the internet.
Oh my god.
Let me pull up the YouTube.
Yeah, 35 of them. 35 of them, Mo. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that.
Oh, he got 35? I didn't know.
So
that.
yeah, you got Trey 5.
All right, let's get the introductions out the way since I got my soundboard up. I forgot how mine go. What's up, YouTube? I am Mike Check of Mike Check Productions, and that's Productions with a Z. I'm your favorite bald head beat maker. And not only am I your favorite bald head beat maker, but I'm your favorite beat makers. Hold on.
CDT.
Favorite bald head beat maker in the building.
Hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up.
I'm off of my hater parade. I was definitely gonna hate, but I ain't gonna hate. I'm gonna start off something new.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, this is Simply Ken, man. For those of y'all who locked into the pod, y'all know who it is. The mantra is with me. If I did it once. Oh, so you come with some of them. Yeah. You come with some of them. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll take it. You can hate me now, but that's what I want. I want you to get a nod. You can hate me now for me. I want that. That's what I want, producer.
I got you.
But as always, the mantra is with me. If I did it once, I definitely double back and I'll do it again. I'm in the building.
Hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up.
And this is wait. This is the Agree to Disagree podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Just so they know who it is.
I mean,
send your topics.
Banner, you know. Yeah.
Listen, send your topics at A2D topics for you at gmail.com. We are open for business, and business is good.
Oh yeah.
All
All
right, what
right,
do
we
we
got the
got, Michael?
shenanigans out the way. We got the shenanigans out the way. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. Let's get to the main topic. Yeah, we start with the
Mm.
main topic first. We don't tease you and wait to the end. We get to it right there. We skip the foreplay. Carmelo,
Buckle up, buckle up, buckle up.
Buttercup, Carmelo, Anthony. What say you?
And we not talking about the Hooper. We are not talking about the Hooper.
See, I had a joke, but I ain't finna go there. We're not gonna do that.
What you say, La La somewhere like lock his ass up. Yeah, dog, he ain't no good. Anyway,
For those who are living under a rock like myself, I didn't know he was the verdict that came in. Ken sent me a video earlier to look at. It was that I want to share with everybody. It was disturbing, yet there was so much truth to it. I had to put my feelings in my back pocket and kind of just,
mm,
sift through the. In my opinion, I think it was some. What did I call it earlier? Not rhetoric, but it was an agenda behind. What's his name? Matt Walsh. He did a video on it, and I really had some problems with the agenda. I didn't have any problems with the facts that he was spitting, but it was some agenda woven in there that I caught. I kept catching. I was
mm.
like, oh, okay, all right, I see. But I'm gonna keep listening. So we're gonna get to that. But yeah, he was charged, convicted, and
Well,
somebody just said he got 35 years. So that's crazy work.
so let's parse it. Let's make sure that we all on the same page. Let's set the stage as to what happened. About a year ago, um, in a mixed community, there was a high school track meet. Um, at the track meet, multiple high schools were positioned on the field, stretching and getting ready for the event. This is like a pregame. Um, allegedly, apparently it started raining, right? And when it rains at track meets, your teams typically hover under the tent. Um, a kid from Centennial High School, name was Carmelo Anthony, found that I guess apparently his school didn't have a tent. So he ended up, he's the only one from that school, ended up going and sitting under another school's tent while it started to drizzle. And apparently he was approached by some of the track members for that school. And they kind of questioned why he was pulling up on their tent. Well, there's a lot of in between, and we can talk about that. Come to find out, he ends up having an altercation and stabs one of the other school members in the chest, and he bled out on the scene within a minute and a half. And he went to trial today. He was found guilty, and he got sentenced to 35 years. For optics, the individual that was Carmelo, he is an African American male. I think he was 18 years old at the time. The victim was what's his name? God dog it, his name just eluded me. I had it in my head and it just eluded me. But he was a Caucasian male. He's a twin brother. Both of them play football. Um, and yeah, it wasn't a physical altercation involved, but there was a verbal altercation and some light touching, and the end result is that um,
Austin Metcalf was his
yeah,
name.
Austin Metcalf was stabbed in the heart with a 3-inch blade, and the blade went 2 inches in through a rib and right to his heart, punctured his heart, and unfortunately he passed. So we got the results. We got the verdict. There's some outcry. Obviously, the local community is kind of um, um, conflicted. They were conflicted when it happened. What I want to start with is that it's hard to discuss this without discussing race and color. But what I do want to bring to light is that these are two kids, two high schoolers. Um, this should have never happened. No matter what side of the fence you on, no matter if you're neutral or not, this just should never happen. Kids will disagree. Two high school kids, especially kids that are productive, doing something in high school, they're actually, athletes. Um, that's a community within a community, and I think it's sad that that happened. So, thoughts and prayers go out to both families because I think it's a loss on both sides. Um, what are your thoughts on the event, Mike, and how did you first hear about the situation, and then kind of what were your thoughts as you heard about it up until today?
When I first heard it, I didn't have all of the details. Like I just found out that it was raining, so I don't know how involved I was in the breakdown of the case. But when I first heard it, the way it was framed as self defense. So obviously, with the lack of evidence, that's kind of where my feelings lie. Like, okay,
Do
he
you
seems
think it
like a
was?
good kid. Hold on, he seems like a good kid, right? Because that's the first thing they do is try to demonize or villainize the person. That's usually the melanated person. They try to dig in his past, like they did Floyd. Like you don't this dude he beats women. He he's the one that he's the victim, right? So I just figured they were gonna attack his character, but I was like, okay, he's a decent student or whatever. Blah blah blah. This is early on. Okay, this seemed like self defense. I was like, okay, people were raising money for him. I'm like, all right, well maybe he'll beat the case. Maybe some way somehow he'll beat the case, and I left it alone. But as more of the evidence came forward through the trial, I was conflicted, because first of all, why do you have a knife at a track meet that you're involved in? Not because let me just say this real quick. I had a high school buddy that died at a football game. She got caught in the crossfire, right? So she was attending the football game as a fan. So I can't understand that, but being from where we're from, we can understand things going left at a football game. But what I
Was
don't
that West
understand,
Side
that was Wallace, but I think
Wallace
Westside was
game?
the
Yeah.
team. Yeah,
Yep. I
but
remember that. I remember that issue.
Kelly.
I didn't know that
Yeah,
was your friend.
yep. Um, but what I don't understand is why you feel the need to bring a knife to a track meet that you're involved in. Even if you was in the stands, I've been almost all of my kids ran track, and I've never thought to bring a weapon. Not to say people don't bring weapons, but I've never thought that a child would feel the need to bring a weapon. So once the facts started becoming more and more evident, I had to dismiss the fact that he was a good, as far as grades, he was a good student. I had to dismiss everything because as the events came out, it was like, okay, this don't sound like self defense. This sounds like what we talked about earlier. I wish it would. You know, it didn't feel like
Yeah.
self defense. It felt like provocation. Like, all right, I'm gonna go over here to this tent. Now I don't know how common this is. I got to go grab my kids. I don't know how common it is for a student athlete to go and invade, or I wouldn't even call it invade. Let me stop. Let me walk that back because it was raining. It was drizzling. So I don't know how disrespectful or how crazy that is for a student from one school to go into the tent of another school and for things to escalate like that. That's where I'm kind of lost at. How it even got to that point.
Hmm. Well, to fill in that gap, to just kind of help you understand, um, most of the schools prepared for the weather, and they brought their tents just in case, right? Because it was overcast and they were expecting rain, so they brought their tents just in case. They were still having the meet, right? The meet was still going on. Well, every school don't plan the same. It's like, oh, it may not rain, may or may not rain. So his school, Centennial, didn't bring a tent, so they didn't have anywhere to kind of huddle up under, right? Um, the interesting part is,
Let me say something real quick.
yeah,
Most schools have a tent regardless. So I don't
yeah,
know if the weather had something to, like sometimes I don't know if Mary's still in the chat, but sometimes our schools don't have tents. Like every other school got a tent where they can go and congregate, and
yeah,
sometimes we don't have one. So I don't know if the weather
yeah,
factored into
yeah.
that.
Well,
Go ahead.
well, yeah. So, and the reason why I'm just saying that for the purpose is just that their school just happened to be one of the schools that didn't have it. Not that they had to
Mhm.
have it for the occasion or whatever, but yeah, they didn't have it. Um, That's the first issue for me, right? Is that we ran track together, right?
Mm-hmm.
Most time on the track team, you with who? Your team, right? Um, so for him to be the only one to go and sit with another team that he has no idea, don't know anybody over there, didn't have any interaction with, he
So he
went to
didn't know
their team.
anybody. So
No,
that's confirmed. He knew no one over there.
he didn't have any personal relationships with anybody over there. The people that knew of him just knew of him from running track and from football in the city. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You kind of heard of him, right? Um, so I'm gonna tell you what it sound like, bro. Um, and I am the beacon of accountability. I know what goes on in our hoods. I know what it is. I have been that guy that we all chilling, doing our thing, and let's go see what they're gonna say. Let's go run one. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And first off, if you think about this, I put some pieces together that haven't been put together on the news already. Well, you say, why do he have a knife at the track meet? Right? He had to go to school with it first. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Now, think about the scene, Mike. When we are at track meets, right? All our bags and our shoes, they all together in one spot, right? With our team. How did his bag with the knife in it go and travel with him from his area
Right.
to where the other team is? You feel what I'm saying?
Did they? I mean, did they talk about that during the? I didn't.
It
I didn't
doesn't need to
follow
be.
the.
So let's take the day out of it, Mike.
I mean, they got to have a defense. So did they present a reason why the knife was present? I didn't watch the trial, so that's why I'm asking.
Well, nobody watched the trial. The trial we
It
just got
wasn't
secondhand
televised.
report. Yeah, it
Oh,
wasn't
okay.
televised.
Okay.
Secondhand report because it was minors. Um, I'm sorry about that, Skinny Highway 20 Skinny. We apologize about you being fatigued. If you need to mute it or you need to jump out, we understand it. But I'm all about accountability, bro.
Hold on, Highway. I want to know why you're avoiding. Are you fatigued? Meaning you talked about it already, or are you just tired of violence between certain communities? Like what is it that you're fatigued about?
That's a good one. That's a good point, Mike.
Honest, honest question. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So yeah, while you answering that, Skinny. So my thing is this, bro. I've been the instigator. You know what I'm saying?
Ah, so you're projecting. Okay, okay, okay.
I'm saying it, bro. That's what it looked like. It looked like he went over there looking for a problem, bro. And I know it. I've done it. I've done it, bro. I think we went to Munster, little all white school, and we the team with the most black members. So, we want to pull up and test their gangster, so to speak. Um, so I can see that situation. Um, I just hate that our mentality put us in a situation where our children are starting to act on some of those foolish ways and foolish tendencies that we had. Um, the fact that he had a knife, he brought it to school, and I know that he knew he had the knife in the bag, and I know he took his bag with him to the other tent, knowing he had the knife because he knew he was gonna go over there and start some crap.
That's a good point, Skinny. I want to talk about that too. I'm not too familiar with it, but Skinny said the corner store Chan was found not guilty for murking the black boy, but Carmelo was found guilty.
I don't know who
Might have
Corner
to
Store
drop a
Chan
link
is.
for.
May have to talk about that one.
Yeah, that's a good point. Even though I don't know the details of the case, but that's a good point. He definitely was.
But so hold on. So we nah. I call Cap on that.
Yeah,
Who
they are
sent
two
that?
different situations.
No. I'll call Cap on that. Right when the police got to Carmelo, they said allegedly. He said no, it's not allegedly. He said I did it. So it wasn't the question wasn't if he was guilty or not. He was charged with murder, premeditated. That's first degree. Murder has multiple degrees. The first situation with Carmelo Anthony, it was not in question if he did it or not. It wasn't in question if he was guilty. It was it premeditated or not? The elements of
And you think it was?
it
Oh well, they
absolutely
thought it was.
was.
Right.
It absolutely was. There is no need for a knife on a school campus. There's no need for a knife at a track meet. Even if you did have a knife in the bag at a track meet, you took the knife from one area to another area in which that you had no business in the first place.
Okay. Okay. Gotcha. Bringing the knife may have been premeditated, but I don't think it's hard to prove. If he knew no one in that tent, how can you prove that the murder was premeditated?
So when you're when we're talking about murder and most felonies, we're not judging the intent of the outcome. We're judging the felonious acts that led to the outcome.
I don't think that's fair, Ken.
It does.
If
That's how the legal system works.
I didn't say
If
I'm
you
not.
if you're drinking, right?
I was just getting ready to use
The
this
element of
illustration for you.
alcohol, element of alcohol aggravates the crime that you commit in the event you have an accident. In murder, how they determine the degree of murder are they look at the elements. No, he didn't intend on murdering that guy, right? But if they would have went in there and he would have got into a fight, right? And he would have grabbed, like they would have got into a fist fight, and he would have grabbed the knife and then did what he did, right? The elements of having the knife in the first place, that all comes into place because they're trying to figure out the level of murder that they're the degree of murder.
Indiana's an open carry state. Open carry, you don't need a car, none of that.
Texas is too.
Okay. So if you carry a gun and you just happen to kill a man, you happen to unalive someone and claim self-defense, and it wasn't self-defense, that doesn't mean that was premeditated.
It doesn't.
If
So
it's open
it,
carry state,
if you have an open carry gun in an open carry state and you are on a school property, that changes it. Those elements are out the window.
changes what? What you
You
getting
can't
charged for?
you can't carry a weapon, a firearm within a certain amount of feet of a school
Understood. Understood. I'm saying why. My question is why couldn't they call it manslaughter? Why did it have to be the M word?
because he brought the weapon, and that it's a felony in the first place.
That's fine.
And what
Is a
aggregates it?
manslaughter a felony?
Yeah. So no,
Okay.
no, no. I'm talking about the factors that contributed to the murder, right? So the first factor is that you had this knife on school grounds.
Mm-hmm.
What's the purpose of that? Right? No purpose. Felony.
Mm-hmm.
Now you use that same weapon and you commit another felony of murder. Most juries are absolutely going to convict you of premeditation because you're breaking the law for what? And then you end up breaking the law while you've broken the law.
Okay. Just wonder.
Yeah. I just think that
I don't know about the premeditated part. I'm not. I'm even cool with the M charge, but the premeditation.
okay, so what do you think? What do you think his intent was? I don't think his intent was in my heart, I don't think that he intended to unalive anybody. But I do think that he wanted to use it to intimidate. I think it was an ego thing. I've been in those situations. I've been the person that to incite some BS just because my ego was inflated and I wanted to show
But
my bravado
yeah,
and intimidate.
but you're projecting.
But I'm telling you because I can understand.
Is it me or y'all breaking up? Yeah, it's oh, I don't know. You got to ask the chat.
It's probably you. She got the AL hell.
Chat, are we buffering? So yeah, I want to
So
touch on this
so
video if you don't mind. You can
so
finish.
CDT, you said don't start none, won't be none. Who you think started something?
Oh, CD, y'all gotta drop. Yeah, I dropped that link for you.
You gonna let him pull up?
Yeah, he said he want to pull up.
Pull up.
Make sure I do it right this time.
But okay. So highway skinny. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. So I understand why you're saying that, but where's the accountability? Why go over there effing with somebody in the first place? Don't matter if they white or black. You know what I'm saying? The whole situation could have been avoided.
That's what I'm wondering. Did any of this come out in the trial? I'm more of a why. Why did you go over
I
there? What?
I watched the trial. They said he went over there talking crap, and there were 21 witnesses, and even the six witnesses for the defense agreed that he went over there and he was starting shit.
Hmm.
And we know,
Well,
come on, bro. We know it. Bro, Mike, have we not went and bullied some people?
don't do that.
Come on, bro. We've
I
done it.
don't want to talk
We've
about it.
done it, bro. And then high fived and laughed about it and talk. Come on, man. Like we
You
gotta
going
be,
down this hill by yourself. I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
bro. We gotta keep it real with ourselves. We can never heal. We can't grow. We can't do nothing if we don't keep it a buck, bro. You see two white boys over there, you want to go test them, especially you know you strapped. That's what happened, bro. We know what happened.
All right.
Can't you not? Can you not see that?
I can see us, yeah, but I can't just put that on somebody else just because that's how we acted. Just
You
saying.
making it about color, bro.
Who? Somebody in the chat?
Skinny.
Oh,
He said the white boys were wrong, but the ninja in me would be ready to throw hands. He's too young to understand the law. I give him grace. Nah, bro. You can't do that, man. That's an excuse.
what part were the white guys wrong about? Putting their hands on them?
They ain't
I'm
touch him.
just
They just told him to get it. Bro, listen. You can't say that, Skinny, because if we're making it about color, if the color was reversed, bro, it would have been it would have been crazy. How are we the victim in either way? Either way, we the victim. We we killed somebody. We unalive somebody, and we are the victim. If it would have been the other way around, it would have been like he racist. These two racist white boys unalive this little black dude. Like, come on, man. We gotta do better than that, y'all.
so he got 30,
No, they
30.
wasn't.
So Ken, so
Skinny.
he got
Come on,
35
bro.
years, right?
Come on. Skinny. Listen, bro. I love this. I love when people try to do this.
Oh,
If
okay.
we were sitting on your front porch chilling, having a brew, and somebody from the wrong neighborhood walked up on your porch, they wrong, bro. They're wrong. You can't say the white boys were wrong for trying to put them out the tent. Don't do that, bro. We listen, bro. We are segregated by blocks in our hoods. So you got the nerve to really say they were wrong for trying to put them out the tent, bro? Where we come from, bro, you can't walk on. If you on Fifth Avenue and you on Third Avenue, you can't go 2 blocks over without getting put out or ran out. DHB, you remember Downhill Boys, Mike?
Yeah,
Come on,
yeah.
bro. What are we saying here, man? I don't want to hear. I don't
We
want to hear
get it.
nothing
They
about.
understand. They understand.
Yeah, bro. I
Like
don't
you
want to hear
said,
nothing about what the white boys did. They ain't do nothing.
It's culpability on both sides. Like I told you before, they could have got the coaches or somebody else to handle that instead of trying to handle it by themselves. And then you see where it happens. You see where it led.
Absolutely. But what I'm talking about, we gotta go to who initiated it. If it was the other way around, Mike, if it was the other way around, we've been crying. These white boys came over here and messed with us in our team. We wasn't messing with nobody. You know how it go. He was a good kid. My son ain't do nothing. He was minding his business over
Don't do
there.
that, bro. Don't do that, bro. Your coon is showing. Don't do that, bro.
Well, they call it what they want to.
Sound like some white person.
Hold up. Who is this? Wait. Who just said that? Go tell the administrator. Get the hell out of here. You out your mind, Skinny. We don't practice snitching. Who snitches? Who snitches? Who gonna go tell? Are you serious? We make a reputation on not snitching, but now you're gonna say go tell? Come on, bro. Help me understand.
He's talking about the white kids. He ain't talking about Karmelo.
I don't care. So what? Who snitching? Why? Why they gotta snitch? We ain't snitching.
Well, they snitching now?
No, they not. It's on tape. It's on tape. No, you know what Karmelo did? You know what he did that I respect? The thing that he did I respect, he told the cop, not allegedly, I did it. Guess what? He get more credit. I got more respect to him than half the cats in the hood because they talk all that stuff. And when the police come, I have no idea what you're doing, officer.
Man, you breaking up.
No, I was intentionally doing that.
No, you're buffering. Seriously.
CDT, he said they should have went and got administrators. Who should have went and got the administrators? I know I got a mostly black audience right now. Who the hell thinks that somebody's gonna go tell? I know we're not talking about go snitch. I want to know who's encouraging that part. Because it just seems convenient that we talking about go tell somebody. And we go tell somebody right now when it's convenient to us. When we trying to hold the white people culpable. But we talk about Karens and things all day. Right. There's people in their business ain't got nothing to do with their business. We can't do that, y'all. Nah, Skinny. I ain't going with that.
Snitch, yeah.
I ain't going with that.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
Okay. That's good. Now post it on your Facebook. Go to your hood that you came from, CDT, and tell them that. Tell everybody I'm telling. Tell everybody I'm snitching.
What do you tell your kids?
Who?
If you can, who you can hear?
You talking about me? What I tell my kids? As far as what?
Do you tell them to snitch or do you tell them not to snitch?
Tell. Hell yeah.
Okay, and that's what CDT said.
Snitch. Listen. Most of the imaginary boundaries that we put on ourselves in the hood. Yeah, me too. Listen, I'm like Charleston White. I am the police. Help me. Bro, I don't want to deal with the other side of that no more, bro.
Hey, are we ready to dive into this video or what?
Yeah, jump it off.
All right. Matt Walsh, what are you supposed to say when you review somebody's video? Fair use. Probably still gonna flag it, but this is Matt Walsh giving his take on the Karmelo Anthony Austin Metcalf. There you go. Yeah. Situation. Mute up.
From the moment Karmelo Anthony killed Austin Metcalf in front of dozens of witnesses, it was obvious he was guilty.
Can you hear the audio, Ken? All right.
Anthony brought a prohibited knife to a track meet, trespassed into the other team's tent, refused to leave, reached into his bag in a threatening manner, challenged people to fight him, brutally stabbed an unarmed 17-year-old who lightly shoved him in response, then ran away and tried to hide the murder weapon. Now, not too long ago in our country's history, somebody like Karmelo Anthony in that kind of situation would already be executed for his crime at this point, and rightfully so. And yet, even with these facts in mind, the trial of Karmelo Anthony has revealed a slew of new details that underscore just how horrific and premeditated this murder was. It's not an overstatement to say that Anthony's defense has imploded far more quickly than anyone had anticipated. As bad as you thought this case was for Karmelo, it's much worse. The trial has also revealed that everybody in that tent, including Karmelo Anthony's friend, a defense witness in this case, understands that he was culpable. But before we get into the latest developments in the trial, and we'll cover it fairly and comprehensively, we need to establish at the outset that this trial isn't really about Karmelo Anthony in isolation. This trial is also about the $600,000 that was donated to Anthony's defense, mostly by black people, solely because he murdered a white teenager. This trial is about the hordes of black activists outside the courtroom cheering for a murderer and endorsing his violent, depraved behavior, again, solely because he murdered a white teenager. It's also about our post-1960s legal system, which prohibits schools from punishing dangerous black students like Karmelo Anthony and which forces white people to live around them. Today, we're launching part 2 of our documentary on the civil rights movement on the Daily Wire called The Looting of America, which demonstrates in graphic detail exactly how we ended up in a country like this. We talk about how many white people came to be terrified in their own neighborhoods, at schools, at track meets, everywhere, because of court-ordered busing, public housing policy, and so-called urban renewal efforts. We talk about the development of a fundamental unstated rule of modern society, a rule we're all familiar with, and which Austin Metcalf broke, which states that you're supposed to tolerate antisocial behavior by a young black male, no matter how offensive it may be, or else you'll end up dead. It sounds like an overstatement, but it's not. We're all expected to go about our lives with the understanding that if we dare to offend a young black man, we could end up in a body bag. As the writer Patrick Casey put it, Austin Metcalf's murder is particularly salient because almost everyone, regardless of race, has encountered a black person carrying out an antisocial act, cutting in line, mouthing off, blasting music on the subway, etc., which is accompanied by the implicit threat of violence. Most people don't want to share society with people who routinely violate public norms and are prepared to murder anyone who objects.
Real quick. So, Skinny, let me ask this question. Why like you made a comment about Chud the Builder, right? Why do we gotta like when once we're being held accountable to something, why is it to validate our BS or whatever we're trying to address? Why we gotta compare it to somebody else? Why we gotta compare it to what white people doing? Why does it always have to be some type of comparison to somebody? Why not just address, hey, does it make sense that we band together and support a murderer? Let's talk about that.
Who banded together? You talking about those folks that raised the money,
$600,000.
the funds? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he's talking about. Because it's not in question if he murdered the kid or not.
Unalived.
It's not. It happened. Unalived. I'm sorry. So Skinny, so did Derek Chauvin and many others. What are you talking about, Mo? You want to pull up, Mo?
Yeah, the link is pinned to the bottom of the chat. If you guys want to, if you want to come up and speak your piece.
What do you think about that, Mike? What do you think about? I think the point that he's bringing out, and again, I know he's his Matt's purpose is to sensationalize the topic by the way that he brings the conversation. But what do you feel? Do you like if Big Meech, if the hood would have came together and got 600,000 for Big Meech, for his defense. How would that look? Say it again. Thank
What?
you, Mo. That collected public funds.
Like I told you earlier, two things can be true. Everything you just said is true. We always rally behind the wrong people. I'll just leave it at that. We rally behind the wrong people because we're so worried about quote air quotes injustice that we get behind anything.
We the most emotional people in the world, bro.
That's what was rolling in my head. I'm thinking of BLM. I'm thinking all of these things that we just hop behind because we're so emotional and we don't get the facts.
It's
But
goofy.
he says most people don't want to share a society with people who routinely violate public norms and are prepared to murder anyone who objects. That's what I was talking about. The woven the agenda within the facts.
What? So what's the agenda in that other than the fact?
It's a fear mongering tactic.
Let's talk about that. You talking about
Most
what Matt said?
yeah, most people don't want to share society. He's not talking about. He's talking about white people. First of
Oh,
all,
so do you? Do you want to share society?
no. There you go. That's why he's hiding it by saying most people do not want. He's not thinking about anybody but white
That's
people.
disingenuous. You can't quote what he's thinking
Just like
about.
just like you can project and tell us how Carmelo was feeling and thinking when he was walking up in that tent. I can tell you that this man absolutely is thinking about his own people when he says most people don't want to share society
What do
with
you
people who routinely
and see? That's the
violate
problem.
public norms.
That's the problem. Because his own people don't got no color, bro. Why we gotta stop doing that, bro?
No, you got to stop doing that. You did it first,
No, I didn't do
and
it.
now I'm doing it. Now we got to
No,
stop.
you using it as an excuse. He said what he said. Do you? Let's look at the words that he said. Because I tell you this, I've heard him say black people. So if he want to say black, he'll say black. But the truth is, most people don't want to deal with that. Most people just want to live in peace, bro. Are you saying that he's not saying that?
Yes,
Okay.
that's coded language.
To who?
That's dog whistle language.
To who? To who?
I already said to who.
To somebody
He's
that's
fear
looking to
mongering.
victimize
He's
themselves?
not fear mongering you. You sitting there,
Who
amen,
is he
boss.
fear mongering?
Amen, boss.
No, I ain't never said no boss. I don't kiss ass. I
Not
ain't never
boss
said
like
that.
that, but that's like a slang. What
But
up, boss? Right?
I know what you're saying. Okay, there you go. See, there you go.
Uh-huh.
You dummy.
Bro,
You're a raised baiter.
this is
But
coded language. I'm just
not
saying.
coded language, bro. Listen, you got to stop doing that too. And when I say that, I'm saying that you making everything a thing.
Just like you made a thing with Carmelo.
No, I didn't. I said
Come
it
on,
is what it is.
come on, bro. You know how we are when we going.
It
there,
is what
we
it
dare
is.
somebody to do something.
Hey,
Hold on, bro.
so
You
what are
can
your
think that.
facts?
Hold on.
Okay.
You can't think for him.
What are your facts? I'm using facts,
No, you're not.
experiences.
You're
We
not.
know
That's
this
not
is
a
what
no.
happens.
Your
We
fact
know
has
this
nothing
is
to
what
do with him.
happens.
Your fact,
We
our
know this is
fact
what
has nothing
happens.
to do with Carmelo. Who is light bulb? What?
What?
Light bulb
Oh
emoji.
no.
Oh, that's Mo. Okay, I'm finna say.
Hold on. We gotta work out.
Dun, dun,
Let's
dun,
work
dun,
out
dun,
with it.
dun, dun, dun.
Let's work out with it. If I knew it was gonna be one of them, we
Hey,
got you.
if you turn your phone sideways, it'll look like us. Your box.
Hold on. Wait, you can't be
Bam.
telling no woman what to do with her box, bro. We can't do that. Can't do that, Mo. Whatever you doing with your box, keep doing it.
Okay.
Hey y'all, welcome, Mo, to the
Most
Agree to
respected.
Disagree podcast.
Hey.
Hype me
Thank you,
up.
gentlemen.
Hype me up. Hype me up. I hype me up.
And now listen, if you slip or fall or hurt yourself, this ain't got nothing to do with Agree to Disagree podcast. We are not distracting you. You fall off that treadmill,
I know,
that's
right?
your homeowners or your renters insurance policy.
I'm suing Super Ken. For sure.
Listen,
I
listen.
gotta get that drop.
So what's your thoughts on the well, first off, thank you for pulling up. Anybody else can pull up
Sure.
too. What do you got to say to this, Miss Mo?
To what particular point would you like, my thoughts on?
Take it from the top. You family
Really?
with your forehead glistening.
Shut
Come
up,
on, come on.
Skinny. I see you, Skinny. So when I first heard of the case, I'm not gonna lie, my first thought was these kids are pussy and nobody wants to fight with their fists anymore. That was my first thought. And I had to have a conversation with my son because I was like, there is no reason that a child should have been unalived. There's no reason. Hands on
Wait,
hands. And I
wait,
told him,
wait.
what? You have a habit of doing that shit. And then I'm old. So when you knock me off my rocker, I don't remember my point. But what you gotta ask? Shit.
Keep
No,
going. No,
he
I
just
just
wanted to
want to
get
tell
a
you keep
clap. He
going.
wanted to
I
clap
want
for
to give
you.
you the claps. Come on, keep going.
Oh, that was a clap. Okay. I had a conversation with my son and I was like, yo, just use your hands. Like now, if you feel like your life is in danger, of course it becomes, if it's between you and say 2 or 3 or 5, then yes, pull out your weapon, do what you got to do if you have it on you. But at the end of the day, and I felt the same way, like how Skinny said, like me against one white dude, or I know I got that, especially if I know where I come from, like just handle it. And if you lose, then you live to fight another day and y'all can have a rematch. But I had to have a conversation with him because I just felt like at that point I wasn't looking at color. I was looking more at like character and integrity and sportsmanship and just being not being a sore loser. I didn't see color. I saw somebody who lost their child. That was my first reaction.
You know what?
Mm-hmm.
I want to congratulate you with that because you're taking it back to the point that Mike and I made, right? Um, Let me say this. When I first heard about the story, after I was able to process it, my heart hurt. My heart hurt for a couple reasons. First off, because 2 teenagers lost their life.
Mm-hmm.
Because Carmelo's life, regardless if we want to say it or not, his life is affected, and that's a loss of life.
Yeah.
Um, 35 years, that's a lot. Um, and also, um, Austin Metcalf. And then I started thinking, I was initially, and I'm gonna keep it a bean. I was initially on the pro black stuff because the way that our media pushed it is that it was self defense, right? And I'm like, yeah, why would they be trying to jump him? That's the first thing I'm thinking. But then I stopped and I said, let me think about this logically. What you said is absolutely right. I thought about my sons. I wouldn't want my son on either side of that picture.
Right. Either side.
But but and I started hurting for the fathers because let me tell you what I learned. When I was a kid, and I'm sure we all had this growing up, we were told if somebody put your head on them, put their hand on you, bust their head to the white meat.
Kill a man
Pick
Yeah.
with a
up
You got to
pieces,
sledgehammer.
defend yourself.
Yeah.
defend
Absolutely.
yourself. And I feel like we raise our kids and train our kids based on cultural ideologies that don't work in the regular world.
Not
Because
anymore. Yeah.
because I know in my heart, and I can say this confidently, I know that that kid didn't want to go and unalive that other kid. He didn't want to do that. But I know what's ingrained in me. Even when I think about being at 5, 6 years old, getting your first little fight, you don't let nobody hit you. You go bust his head. You go get a stick. You get a brick, whatever you can, and put him out of his misery. And what happens is once it comes to the court, this is the outcome. This is the result of that teaching from 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years old. And I think it was more of a reaction for him. So I hold us accountable, us as a people, myself included, my parents included, right? But then secondly, we got to talk about our community. In our community, we we uphold the I wish a nigga would. Think
Right.
about this.
But
We
but
hold up. Without us even knowing it, it's like understood in our community that when somebody say, "Touch me again and watch what happens," say another word, say something else, right? We we celebrate that. You know what I'm saying? And look where it gets us, like big picture. So we can't on one hand stand on business, but then not understand the business that we standing on. Just took that little boy's life from him,
Are you
and that
project? Hold on, hold on, hold
little
on, hold on. Are you
boy's
projecting
life.
again? Are you telling us that this is what his father taught him? Thus, this
No,
you're explaining his actions.
Yep.
Are you doing what I just did 5 minutes ago and talking?
Yeah.
hold on. We're talking about two different elements, though, brother. I'm talking about exactly the elements that contributed to why this kid,
We
instead
don't.
of going to
We don't
fighting
know.
You're
We don't
right?
know.
speculating, though. You're
Yes, we don't know.
speculating. You don't know that for a fact. Just because that's what you would
Okay,
have did,
nobody knows it for a fact.
right?
I, I do know. I do know what. I do know what. Hold up. I do know it for a fact because guess what he told him?
Oh gosh.
He said, "Touch me again and see what happens."
Okay.
He said that, and we
So he
all
was
say
defending
that.
himself.
No, no. He
Touch
said not
me
touch me again. He said
again.
touch me.
Touch
No, he
me
didn't say touch me again.
again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All
No, no,
right.
no,
We're
no, no,
just
no,
using
no.
your
He said
words.
touch me. I apologize. He said touch me and see what happens. I'm saying it, but I know that's something that we say. That's a warning, and that's a warning from where we come from. Say another word.
Right. But
What?
that's not a warning to say, oh, I'm gonna take it to the most extreme level.
Yes, it is when you got a knife in your bag and your hand is in your bag.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking about in general as far as our people, and when we say that, most of us aren't saying, oh, it's
Right.
more like do it again and see what happens. I'm gonna knock you, you know what I'm
Mo,
saying? But
Mo. If a girl got her hand in her bag and she say something else, B, what do you expect? If she say touch me and come find out, what do you expect? We can't act like we don't know what's going down. We can't act like we don't have an understanding.
That's black
His
on
hand
black.
is in,
We
huh?
talked about this earlier. That's black on black. Of course, Mo would know. If you got
So
anybody with
my
common
point
sense,
is
you know, if you
this:
got your hand tucked.
the fact that we know that is our problem, because that's taught, that's learned behavior. If we didn't know that, if this wasn't something that was common in our community, this little black boy wouldn't be in jail for 35 years, y'all. What are we doing? We
Okay,
got
this
it
learn. You say this is learned behavior from who? Are you
from
putting that on the
us,
pops or
from
the
us.
culture?
Me, me, me. I put it on myself first. I taught my kids that earlier until I knew better. I was taught that earlier before I knew better. I walk around with wish a nigga would attitude.
What if he played video games?
What do you mean?
What if he played
I don't
violent
care.
video games
So if that's what he did, that's what he did. But I'm talking about
and
what
thought the knife? He didn't
I
think he
can't
was going to
relate.
kill him.
I can't relate to the video game part of it. I can relate to myself specifically. I walked around with that attitude, and I've had some negative results because of that attitude. I've had, bro. Listen, we know exactly what happened when two people about to fight in the hood, and somebody say, "Bad as one hit my hand." When somebody hit their hand, what the middle person gonna do? What?
I don't remember
Pass
that
the
game.
lick. We know. Pass the lick.
I'm too young. I don't remember that game.
Bro,
me
you old as
neither.
you old as you old as crap.
Don't do that,
You
bro.
ain't never had two people about to fight. Somebody
Yeah.
standing between them. They say the
Yeah.
baddest one. They put their hand out. Baddest one hit my hand. When they hit that hand, the other person hit the other person to start the fight.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever had nobody
No,
bad enough to do that with me. So, all right, hey,
Can I
no, my
make
fault.
make
It's okay.
another
I get
point before I go,
go
please?
ahead. What's up?
it.
So
Yeah.
that was my initial reaction, right?
Uh,
I wish they had just thrown hands and let it be that way, and whoever lose type of thing, instead of it escalating to somebody actually losing their life. While I feel um empathy and sympathy for the parents of Austin Metcalf, um I am I'm pro black, right? So with that being said, I feel where Skinny is coming as far as, how do I word it? I want the accountability to be there, but at the same time, in the climate of this culture in America and even globally, I want Black people to get the same justice treatment as everybody else. And although some people say you can't compare the Chow guy to Carmelo, you can, because in this country, if you are Black and you have an all white jury, 10 times out of 10, you're going to be found guilty. Even if you have Blacks on the jury, there's a huge possibility you're still going to be found guilty. Now, while I want people who commit crime intentionally or even unintentionally, because sometimes accidents happen, or sometimes our brain isn't fully developed yet, our frontal lobe, so we make dumb, irrational decisions at that moment because of hormones and everything else. You still have to be held accountable. So at this point, I feel like it is what it is. Carmelo did what he did. He has to serve his time. His future is ruined. I feel like everything happens for a reason, because if he didn't do it there, it probably would have been 10 times worse, maybe 5 years later when he was at a job or something. Who knows? I just feel like everything happens for a reason, right? But with that being said, when you look at our justice system, which is another thing, Simply Ken, that is unfair in this that the government and all of that stuff has established, and is constantly being used against us as people as a whole. I feel like it would have been, I wouldn't have been mad if Carmelo would have been found not guilty, or if it would have been a charge of manslaughter. And I'm only saying that because, and I'm going to compare us to white people or anybody else in this country. They get away with all kinds of stuff. We got so many Black people that are found hung in trees and stuff like that, and they rule it as suicide in all these places, and truckers found and all this other stuff. And then you got people who, these cops who, are killing us. I'm sorry, deleting us, and we're unarmed, and they get off and they get all this money donated to the cause. And even though Black people have always been the ones to just lay down and let people run over us, and we're always the ones that are the most sympathetic, empathetic, you know what I'm saying? I think at this time, it's time to fight fire with fire. The same type of energy that they give is the same type of energy that we have to start giving if we really want to have some sort of equality.
What do you mean
That's
by
the best
energy?
way I could put it.
What do you mean by same type of energy?
As far as if they're people, so if say it was say Austin Metcalf was the one that did that to Carmelo, his people would have raised a whole bunch of money and went behind him and would have been picking in and making sure. I don't see anything wrong with what Black people did as far as being on Carmelo's side. Whether he was right or wrong, we still have to have his back because he's a young Black man who made a mistake. Just like their people are behind them, you'll have a racist white lady who cuss somebody out, call them the N-word. They go to court for harassment. People raised almost like $100,000 for that lady. She was able to retire. We need to have the same energy. We need to start looking out for our own people just like they do. And whether that person is right or wrong, yeah, we have to hold them accountable. But at the same time, I don't see anything absolutely wrong. No, I don't see anything absolutely wrong with supporting them and wanting them to have the best outcome. A fair trial at least. All white jury, there was absolutely nothing fair within that whatsoever. And you know that.
So can I ask a question? Would
That's
you
a fair.
prefer it be?
That's a fair. I'm gonna tell you why I agree with her. Go ahead, Ken.
No,
Would you
let me
prefer?
hear why you agree first before he get in there, because he gonna throw a monkey wrench and then he gonna piss me off. And then, so why do you agree? Let's get that out the way first, because people don't
Right.
normally agree.
Yeah, get the soft shit out the way. Come on.
I agree because, like she said, a fair trial. A lot of times we're not guaranteed a fair trial. So for that simple fact,
That's not true.
Ken, how many
Ken,
people you
are you
know?
for real?
How many
Are
people
you
you
for
know?
real?
Hey, this the same dude. This is the same dude that probably
I didn't say
dodges.
I didn't say
This is
nothing.
the
Hold on.
same guy
I
that
didn't say
probably.
nothing. I didn't
Your
say nothing.
I know you
nonverbal
didn't.
showed it, bruh. Are you
My
for real?
nonverbal is because, and I'll tell you why my nonverbal came
Not
out.
yet. Hold
Is
it.
because what we're
Hold
trying
it.
to do.
Hold it. Nope. Can you hold
Yes,
it? Or are
sir.
you scared you're gonna lose
Yes,
it?
sir. I may lose it, but
You
go
are
ahead.
probably the same guy who dodges. What do you call that when they want you to jury duty? You probably that
Uh,
same dude that throws the envelope away. You're the reason why we should, as a community, fund that way because we know people like you aren't going to show up for jury duty and be one of the jurors. So at least we got to have a solid legal team to ensure a fair trial. Because money talks and BS walks. Welcome to America. So that's why I agree with her.
Yeah, he did,
Whether
CDT.
he's innocent or guilty or a mixture of both. Hey, you saw what OJ pulled off, right? Right?
let me ask y'all a question.
Oh gosh.
First off, let's keep it a buck. Was he guilty?
What does that matter? What does
It
that
matters
change
everything.
about what we
Yes or
said?
no? Yes or no? Was he guilty?
What does that change about what we said?
My question is this again: was he guilty?
You know he
Why
was.
are you asking that question and
So
then we can
then
answer
why?
the question?
Wait, time out, time out. If he was guilty, it don't make a difference what color the jury was. He did it.
Oh my God. And this
You
is
don't think?
why.
So wait, do you think an all black jury would have convicted him?
See, this that soft shit you was talking about.
There
This the
will
soft shit
never
you
be
was
an
talking about.
all black juror in this country.
No
Ever.
shit. No shit, because we only 13% of the population.
Even if
They
we
don't
were
work like
more,
that.
it would still never happen because they
If
run
it,
all of that shit.
White folks only
okay,
60%.
that's the
White
truth.
folks only
That's the
60%. White
reality. So
folks
now
only
what?
60%.
Now
White
what?
folks
You want
only
them to go to a
60%. White
so
folks only
so
60%.
I know.
And they
So it
still get
was
a full jury.
so guess what? So don't nobody care about fair. I'm talking about let's keep the
Oh,
situation the
nobody cares about
situation.
fair. You're right.
No, you're talking
You're right.
about something that let's look at the facts of this situation to make it very simple. If you look at the situation, I don't care who it was. He killed this little boy. Let's take color out of it. We can't make everything about color so that it benefits our argument. So it benefits what we rallying for. I'm with y'all. Don't get it twisted. But I'm saying, how are we using color as opposed to what's right and what's
Because if it
wrong?
was another white boy that did it, we wouldn't be having this conversation. That's
I'm telling you,
why.
I'm telling
He
you
would have
this.
had a fair trial and he would not be sentenced to first degree murder with 35 years.
So time out. Time out. Time out. He murdered him.
Well, we didn't
If
kill
the
it. We
if
just
if the
that mercy. Oh
situation
God.
was reversed, we'd be looking for first degree murder charges. Right? If Karmelo was dead right now, we were looking for first degree murder charges for Trayvon Martin. Right? So we cannot do that, y'all.
Don't bring
Like,
him up
come
now. Don't,
on.
don't do that now. We saw
Listen,
what
all
happened
I'm
with that.
saying,
We
all I'm
can't
saying,
we can't have an actual real conversation if we don't agree on the fundamentals. We can't
so
even
no,
agree on the fact that
Mo,
the young
I agree
man
with
didn't
you.
get a fair trial. You feel like he got a fair trial, so there's nothing more that I can even add to the conversation
Hold on,
because
Mo.
I
Hold
am
on, Mo.
flabbergasted right now. The fact
Mo.
that you think the justice system is fair for
Mo.
black people in this country and that we should take
Mo.
color out of the situation, I
Mo. Listen,
I'm
baby.
befuddled as
Befuddled.
fuck.
I was just gonna say
Listen.
befuddled.
This is
Listen.
wild to me.
Listen. No. So
I
there's a
understand
difference.
you're a conservative and all that,
I'm not
but
conservative.
bro, this is wild.
I'm not party specific, but let me say this again. I agree with you. But what I'm saying is the shit that you're waiting for, the even playing field, it ain't ever coming. So
I
what are
know
we doing?
that.
Well, stop. So stop.
So
So
then
my
don't get mad when you got black people that's rallying for another black kid because it
I'm
will
trying.
never be fair. So
Gotcha.
damn, let us fight for something. Shit.
Gotcha.
So let me say this: if a little Negro stabs somebody and say I stabbed him, take your $600,000 and put it back into your community. It's a waste of damn money. Ain't nothing fair out of that. He did it. Hold him accountable. He shouldn't have did it. What are we talking about? Let's be smart. What we keep doing is these emotional ass arguments, and everybody want to be like, "Oh, if we didn't do this, we should have did this. We ain't ever gonna be this. It's not gonna be fair. It's never gonna be fair. You're not in your home country. We're
But we can
13%.
make it fair per
No, we
person.
can't. No,
We
we
can
can't.
do
Keep
it.
trying.
We can't
Keep
per
trying.
case.
Keep
Per
trying.
case.
Keep trying. It's another case that's gonna happen next week, and we ain't
Okay,
gonna
and
be the
we need to
majority.
rally
Ain't gonna get
again
the
to help
jury.
that person too, whether they're guilty or
And
not. He
what?
needs a fair trial because
Let me
that's
ask
what
you a
the justice
question,
system is based on. Fair
Mo.
trial.
Mo.
Everybody's supposed to have a fair
Mo.
trial.
Mo.
So
It
since we
is
know he didn't
fair.
go have a fair trial, what's
Mo.
the
Mo. Listen, sweetie.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Hold on.
Sorry about that.
Listen to me. First and foremost, I love you. I love you so much. I love your energy. But my point of
Oh, I
saying
thought she
that is
fell off.
this.
I thought she fell off the treadmill. I say,
Yeah,
oh no.
now you're getting to see the asshole that I got to deal with. But listen, what I'm saying is this, Mo. I agree with you. I'm not disagreeing with you. But we're not going to be able to progress if we keep trying to fight to assume something is ever going to be equal. We are disproportionate in this country. We'll never be completely and totally represented the way in which we think we should. That's never going to happen. You're never going to walk into a courtroom and it's going to be an all black court. It's going to be a black judge, all black, all black jury. That's never going to happen. We have to understand that, hold on, if we align more with our essential values instead of just color, our outcomes will change. What you're saying is right, but that's an emotional
wait, can
response.
you say that again?
That's
What was that last thing you just said? What? And our outcomes will change. What did you say?
if we align more with people that have like-mindedness and like-minded outcomes, lifestyles, instead of color, just color, we'll get the outcomes that we're looking for. If we completely can take color out of it and align with values, then
When they
guess what?
take color out of it, then we can do
There you go.
that.
You know what? I disagree. I think that we put color in
Oh,
it more than color has been put in
that's
it.
cap. We just
But
watched the
we have
video.
to.
The dude just
No,
said,
no,
"Oh my
I'm
god."
not done. I'm not done. We have to understand that the only reason we bring in color is because we try to disproportionate ourselves and try to say that this is not fair or equal. We have to understand that if I tell you what, if he did have a jury of 12, the proper representation would have been one brother, and we'd still be arguing. That's the point. What did you want to see that you didn't see?
One
That's
brother.
what I'm saying. Well, we didn't get that this time.
6
The averages.
Negroes, 6 FBA, and then 6 whoever.
So let me ask you a question. So if that happened, then guess what? The prosecution, they like, do you guys understand how a jury gets selected?
Yeah, we know
Do
about the voir dire and how they select jury and all that stuff.
okay.
So
So let me ask you a question. Do you not think that it was partially strategic for his
alt
defense?
strategy.
So the 600,000 that your niggas raised went to an attorney that couldn't get one juror? Hmm. That's my point. We have to stop trying to fight this fight of equality and understand proportion. Once we get there and stop trying to align ourselves with just skin tone, I guarantee blood pressure is going to go down, outcomes is going to look different, and we're able to move forward and progress. What you're asking for is never going to is never going to happen. That's why this fight has been 300 years in the making. It
Can
ain't
I make
ever
a
going to
point?
happen.
Can I, can
Come on, baby.
thank you. I understand what you're saying.
Thank you.
I do. I fully understand what you're saying.
But
And
You know what?
I already
Grady.
understand based on history and based on the way things are now that no, in this country, things will never be fair and there will never be an equality. Hence the reason why I don't have a problem when black people rally behind another black person who may be guilty because they still deserve a fair trial. They still deserve some sort of not empathy necessary, but they still need somebody behind them to
I
help
got you.
them out. It's,
I got you.
that's the
I got
thing.
you.
Because
I
life
got
ain't
you.
fair. At least let
I
him have
got you.
his people that's rallying behind him, even though he may be wrong.
I got you, baby girl. So let me put the ball in your court. I want to see how you're gonna handle this one, okay? Let's say, what's his name? What's the white boy's name?
Austin was my
Let's
kid.
say let's say Austin was your kid,
Mhm.
and he was a kid that you raised well, and Carmelo was a hood baby, and his daddy was a rapper, and his daddy got the bag, and his daddy made sure all the things that you saying ain't equal is equal,
Are
and
they
he got
both
off.
black?
They both black,
Okay.
and the hood rallied behind Carmelo because his daddy was Little Weezy, and Carmelo walked away. How do you feel at that point? Do
I
you
would feel
think?
horrible. And I would say money talks.
Oh, so now it's another excuse.
I mean, but that's the
No,
truth. It's
money
not an
talks.
excuse,
That's
it's
the
the
point.
truth.
But
What
that's my
what what
point.
can I do as the mother whose kid was murked
So
by
where
another kid? They got them.
so
I mean, what can I do about nothing?
so do you what I'm saying is how are you putting color before moral values of right and wrong? I'm not
I've
talking
never put color before morals and right or wrong.
but you
What?
just yes you did. You know what? When you said we put that money behind a person who admitted that he did it. That is foolish.
Because we knew he wasn't going to get a fair trial. So at least let's be behind him and look out for him in this way because there's nothing else that we can do. We don't control
Okay.
nothing in this country. But guess what? We control what we do with our dollars. So if we take our dollars and we put it behind this young man, at least it will help him to have at least a decent defense. That is the only point I'm
What?
making.
Okay, I got you. What defense? What's his defense?
To avoid
What was
life,
his defense?
to avoid
What
the
what's it?
chair.
Guess what? He wasn't gonna get life for the chair.
I'm just saying.
We
I'm
knew
just
that.
throwing something out there.
So what's his
Whatever the
defense?
harshest charge.
No, I want to ask her what's his defense. What were we defending? Because he murdered him. What are we defending? I'm waiting. Go ahead.
A young black man that we know is not going to get a fair trial.
What needs to be what is not fair about a kid who commits murder and admits to it? What outcome do we hope?
There
Are
was
we hoping
nothing
for?
to admit because everybody witnessed it.
No, okay, so again, my question is this. What outcomes should we expect from a kid who commits murder and admits to it?
It's not about what we expect. It's about what happens behind in the courtroom because it can go any way.
What
It
way
can
could it
go
go?
anyway.
Okay, what way could it go? He killed somebody. The person is dead, and he admitted that he did it. What are we looking for?
Manslaughter,
Nope,
Right. Right.
nope. Hold on.
temporary insanity, self-defense. I mean,
Temporary.
it could have went anyway.
So he never used any of that as a defense. He never said he was insane. Because I pay attention to the facts of the case. He admitted that he did it. He told the officer why he did it. His friends admitted that he went over there and started stuff. Again, this is all prior to the six hundred
And
thousand
guess what?
dollars.
I still don't have a problem with niggas collecting money to help his defense because he had
Ain't nothing
all
wrong.
white jury.
Ain't nothing
Period.
wrong. So what did we expect? What did we think the 600,000 was going to buy him, considering those factors?
First of all, I didn't donate to the fund, but if I did, all I know is hopefully the money would have went towards
Manslaughter.
a good
Manslaughter.
attorney, a
Right.
good
It
team,
wasn't.
a money for
No,
him
man.
and his family to
No,
relocate so that they weren't murked.
Michael. First off, his family did get money. They got a new house. They
Yeah,
relocated. But Michael, let
yeah.
me say this:
I
manslaughter
wanted
was
his
not on the
family to be
table,
safe.
brother. Manslaughter was not on the table. It's what degree of murder.
What up, Chels?
He admitted to it. What are we talking about? What are we talking about, y'all? Come on. Let me ask a question. So, um, Lil Durk, Lil Durk, you think we should be rallying behind him and putting defense money behind him just because he black? Pooh
That's
Shiesty,
a
ain't that the
grown.
dude?
That's a grown behind man with
So,
children and with many bodies.
And
That's a
money.
so I'm
whole
asking.
different. That's a different
So,
thing. One is a
So is
known
there ever
gangbanger, and one is an athlete student who made a dumb decision, who took a person's life. So you can't compare the two. I'm sorry.
okay? So where's the line at? Where's the line of right and wrong? All I'm saying is he
I
said he
can't be
did it.
the judge of right or wrong. All I
Okay,
know is when it comes to black people and this justice system, we don't get a fair trial. So we raise money to help alleviate some of that. That is the only point I'm making. I'm not trying to make excuses for the boy. I'm not trying to say he's not guilty. I'm not saying he should have got off. All I'm saying is because we already know how the justice system works, not in our favor here, typically, most of the time. There's absolutely nothing wrong with black people rallying behind him and collecting funds to help him have a solid defense. That is it. That is my only point. But I do not condone what he did because, like I said in the very beginning, he should have
so
used his
okay,
hands.
so
Weapons
I
was not necessary,
so
and that was a
I
preventable murk. It was preventable.
so oh, so okay. So when Pookie shoot Ray Ray, who do we get behind? Do we not rally the same way because they black, so they can get fair share in the court? I'm asking. Don't look cute right now with your eyes closed while you're
Oh, I look
thinking and
you.
pontificating.
Let me pontificate because you be throwing these crazy questions.
I do because my responses aren't going to be
Thank you, sweetie
emotional
tea.
most of the time. I don't want anybody to think that I'm being insensitive, but I have to speak from a place of progress. The way that we're thinking right now, I am with you on the emotional tip. I definitely want to listen from with my hood. If I put on my hood conscience, I wanted the little brother to get off. I wanted it to be a technicality. I hope this, that, and other. But I have to understand that the only way we're gonna progress is stop being emotional and start dealing with what is. We need
And
to
why did
know
you feel that way? Why, why
because
did why did you feel like
because
you wanted little brother to get off?
because I was conditioned. I was raised in the hood because I was conditioned to feel that way. I was conditioned to think that everything we do, we're a victim. I was. I'm not gonna lie. I was. I felt it. I've done some bullshit. I've done some bullshit and tried to stand behind it, act like I was a victim. It didn't get me nowhere. What I'm saying is, it don't get you nowhere. It's not gonna get us anywhere. The point that I'm saying in this situation is this: yes, we may not have a fair share in the court systems. Cool, fine. Let's put
May
all that to
not.
the side. I'm saying I'm agreeing with you. I don't care if we do, if we don't. It's case by case. I won some. I lost some. It go like that. But my
Yeah.
point is, yeah, we know we all won some that we should have lost too. But we don't talk about that. Look. OJ got us through. He gave us some passes, but
And you got off
I
too.
digress.
And you got off too. You snitched. Yeah, yeah,
Who?
yeah. They caught
He
you with
keeps
that
saying
pass.
I did not snitch,
You had
bro.
to
I
do
don't know
what you
what
had
you're
to
talking
do.
about.
Just
I don't know what you're talking about.
Whoa.
See,
I'm
you see what I'm
learning
talking
more
about?
and more.
Yeah, Grady.
Now it's adding up little by
That,
little.
that's Grady. You can check my police record. No, but anyway,
fun. Yeah, man.
my point of saying that is that in order for us to really grow and move and progress, we have to deal with accountability. Right is right, wrong is wrong. The best thing about this situation is that we have an opportunity to learn from it. What I'm taking from it personally is I got to be real careful of the values that I put in my children. Like you said in the beginning, man, I was raised to, if somebody touch you, pick up a brick. I I I walk around with my chest pumped out sometime on wish a nigga would mode. You know what I'm saying? I I open carry everywhere I go, right? Now, because I'm mature, I don't think of it in that mindset, but there's a bravado that comes with that. But 9 times out of 10, those actions and those thoughts are emotional and they're not wise, and they really don't they don't have a place in the court system. So what I'm saying is, what we should be doing is understanding that young boy made a mistake, and understand why he made a mistake of that magnitude. And I believe that the mistake that he made of that magnitude is more of a cultural thing, right? Because I can relate. I can understand him being in that situation and responding and operating that way. I hate that it happened. I hate that it happened. And what made me uncomfortable is that part of me wanted to see him get off. But I know that's not right. So if I know that's not right, the thing that I gotta rally behind is, what is right, because I don't want that shit to happen again. I don't want my 7-year-old son in 10 years to be in that situation and it happens. Me worried about the jury, worried about a fair trial has no impact compared to me educating my kids. Hey, you don't pick up bricks and fight nobody. You go tell. If you feel uncomfortable, walk away from the situation. Avoid conflict in certain circumstances. Only defend yourself to the level that you feel threatened. Those things are things that are more conducive than us talking about rallying behind somebody that we know is ignorant and we know who made a mistake. I understand supporting, right?
The
Supporting
child,
him. Yeah. He-
the child needs his community behind them. Period. And that's just where I stand on it. So I'm not going to debate anything else further about that. But I get what you're saying. I think that accountability is necessary. We don't talk enough about everything else that we got going on, the black on black. We don't talk about it. And
yeah.
it's a shame that we have all this energy for this
Mm-hmm.
and not for that. A
Mm-hmm.
lady was just shot 80 times in her car, minding her
Say it again.
business.
Say it again.
A lady was just on the MARTA.
Say it again. That's what I'm
But
saying.
Jesus,
ain't
that's
nobody saying
crazy.
nothing.
You know
I'm
why?
like,
You know
what's
why?
wrong with us? So yeah,
When
we got to talk about it. We got to have the accountability. It has to be talked about because we
and
won't
that's
get
why.
any better.
And the accountability starts with us addressing our behaviors that contributed to these actions. The same reason why Pookie got shot in the hood over the dice game is the same reason why little Carmelo pulled out a gun when he could have pulled his fist up, or he could have went and sat in his own place. Is because there's something cultural that we need to fix. We need to stop looking at every opportunity as an opportunity to prove ourselves to somebody of our own color. We need to stop looking at every situation as a situation where we're intimidated or we're trying to be victimized. We need to practice some critical thinking, right? We need to really practice critical thinking in our community so that those actions will come out in our youth. That's where I'm going with it. Does it hurt?
You keep talking about culture. Our culture don't pull knives. We pull guns. So if you're gonna
They
blame it on
put
the culture,
nah, bro.
let's be
They, we
careful.
start we
Let's be
started with
careful.
knives, bro. I don't know if you know what you're talking about. We started with knives, homie.
Fighter.
What up? What up? What up?
Ah, yes, sir. What's happening?
CDT.
Beats. Straight from the
Hype me
dungeon.
up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up.
What up? What up,
Yes,
Coach Chelsea
sir.
Lynn? What you got
Right,
to say,
Chels.
CD?
Yeah.
Correct him. A knife, not a pew pew. What you got to
Um,
say, CDT? What it
m-
do?
Me, hey man, listen. So y'all already know I got some wild shit to say. All right. So I'm gonna say this. One, did did we take a head count how many black people was under this tent that he went under? Because self awareness is something we ain't talking about, right?
Mm.
Sometimes your ass shouldn't be in certain places, man. Like on my mama.
You got to count and be like, I'm not number. Yeah.
Sometimes you're not supposed to be like I'm with Ken on the majority of the shit that Ken's saying. I'm actually aligned with more of what he's saying. I understand that you saying like, hey, why the fuck you even let these people spend their money, how they spend their money, worry about yourself. They just trying to help them however they can, blah blah
Yeah.
squad. Most of the time, most people will just accept money as help. Cause kids even be like, just give me a gift card or some shit. Give me Robux, whatever, right? So yeah, right. The cash rules everything. So here's the thing, though. I'm not disagreeing with that. Cause like if we gonna do that, then we gotta get that energy to the niggas that's still waiting on Umar to educate their kids, right? Moving forward, um, my take on this whole thing is that uh, my man's committed murder and he got convicted of murder. Whether he got a fair trial or not, that's another discussion. Probably didn't. There shouldn't have been a trial. I heard they offered him a plea deal. He should have took that shit. There is no explanation for why you are somewhere you ain't designated to be, pulling out a weapon when somebody tell you that you're not supposed to be over here when you're not supposed to be over here. Okay, I don't. I can't think of any place in this world other than where the military sent me, where somebody said leave, and they had to say that shit more than once. Whether I was at some broad house, whether I was at the fucking club, so somebody say leave, it's time to go. If white folks get too loud, I leave out of there. Done. If white folks start arguing around me, I leave. I don't give a fuck where we at. We in Walmart. If I ain't leaving, I'm gonna go check out. Like, we out of here, cuz. Right? Here's the thing, man. People gotta be accountable for the situations they place themselves in. It'd be different if like they saying that the white folks went over there to wherever the fuck this dude was at. No, he went over there to where these folks was at. They was like, get your black ass from over here. And he was like, nah, nigga.
Say that one more time. Repeat that phrase one more time.
Niggas have to be accountable for the situations they place themselves in, man. Straight up. That's a fact. You are, listen, in my opinion, you are a sum of the situations you've been in and the choices you made within them situations, man. That really actually determine what the fuck you got going on in your life.
Let me ask you a question, CDT. Where you live at? Where you from?
Georgia.
Hey, if we chilling and we on your block, on your porch, and we all chilling doing our thing, and somebody who ain't got no business, ain't from there, pull up on the porch, and we tell them move
my
around.
Porch? On my porch?
Under your tent, at your barbecue, on your porch.
CDC, like he wouldn't have made it to the porch.
You're not gonna, you're not gonna make it to the porch. You're not. Yeah, what? Can I help you?
Now, hold up. now, and if you come up to the porch, and you got your hand under your shirt, and you said, "Touch me and find out," what do you mean?
He's not touching me.
Because if he do, he gonna come around and find out, right? So CD, that's the point that I'm making, right? What we can't do is, and again, not saying that anybody on the panel did this. I don't think that you did this at all. But what we can't do is we can't sit here and act like we didn't know what Karmelo was on. He walked over there with the bag in his hand, with his shank in the bag. And he said, touch me and find out. We know what time he on. Do we not?
I don't think that's a disagreement.
Okay.
Right.
That's all I'm
disagreeing with
no,
that.
I said nobody on this panel, but that's what the outrage is about. The outrage is trying to act like he a victim. What he did was he stood on business, and now he got to sit down with Tone Tone.
Now you got to sit on business. Yeah.
You got to sit on business.
Well, that too. But okay, Ken, I will say this though. I don't agree with you saying that he went over there because, like, I don't agree with that rhetoric saying that, like, because I thought like that too. Like thinking like, okay, this nigga know he got it on him. Why is he going over there knowing? Like, right? I feel you because here's a true story. It's when I'm in public, depending on if my pistol is on me or in the car, depends on what you can say to me.
Just like, hey, that's it. That's honest.
You know what? No,
he's being honest.
For real, no, for real. Because
say that again.
I will actually let you slide when I got it on.
When you got it on you gotta be more calm.
Okay.
I will let it slide because I got it on me.
Same.
Absolutely. Yeah. Unless, watch this. Unless you're
17. Unless you're 17.
Yeah. But so my question is.
No.
CDT. Hold up. What you think about this though, bro? First off, he got it on him in school. He ain't supposed to have it, so he know it's in the bag. So he probably carry it, whatever. Or I don't know what the circumstance is, right? Now, if he over there with his team, where his stuff's supposed to be, and he pull up, he leave where he is and bring his piece with him.
I can't hear. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, okay.
And he take it with him over to the ops. Let's talk in hood terms. He
Well,
looking
so,
for the smoke.
see,
He looking for smoke. He looking for smoke. He looking
I
for smoke.
okay. See, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I understand where you're going with this, bro. I understand that, right? Because there was talk about that it was some girls under that tent that actually liked him. So I understand it was probably some white chicks that was over there that was looking at him crazy, and the white boys ain't like it. That probably was part of it. But here's the thing, though, bro. Here's the thing, though. I'm with you. Why is your ass over here? But I'm not with you saying that he going over there because he got it on him.
Well, so okay, and both things can be true, right? I'm not
He probably
disagreeing.
didn't think about that shit until the moment he realized he was in danger. Nigga didn't
Yeah,
read the room.
yeah, and
Nigga
that's what
didn't.
I'm
Nigga should have
saying.
read the room.
So that's what I'm saying. That goes back to, let's keep it a buck. When you were 5, 6 years old, before you got into your first fight, did you have an OG, your mama, your daddy, your uncle, somebody tell you that if somebody put their hands on you, you pick up a stick, a brick, or bust their head to the white meat?
Fact.
Facts.
Yeah.
That's it. That's instilled in you. So
That
guess
like
what? Those white boys was
do
big, and
what
he
you
got
gotta do.
scared. Yeah, white boys was big. He knew he had it on him. He didn't swing.
You know what? But you okay? Guess what? Guess what though? That's what they taught us. Why the fuck we supposed to be repeating that type of shit? I don't tell my daughters that shit. You know what I tell my daughters? I say if somebody put their hands on you, return the favor. But if you can get out of there, get away from them.
Say it
Get
again.
Tap
away from
out
them.
and then move. That's what I
Especially,
tell my son.
especially if it's
Especially you're a track star. You the fastest one in the track meet.
get the fuck out of there.
Yep.
Man,
Move.
no,
Defend
listen,
yourself and
listen,
run.
listen, man, exactly. Because listen, first off, actually, I hate the fact that we mostly, I'm gonna be honest with you, Ken, you probably definitely this type of nigga too. That we wait until we get into our late 30s, 40s and shit to realize that maturity is walking away and shit, right? Nigga, we supposed to be taught that shit off the
Early.
muscle. Sometimes you're
Say
supposed
it
to just
again.
walk away from shit.
Yes. Thank you, bro. Listen, I appreciate you saying that, right? Because that's what puts it back on me. That's what puts it back on you. That's what puts it back on Mike. That's what puts it back on Mo.
Exactly.
Right? We have to teach our kids self-awareness, situational awareness. It does makes no sense
Conflict
for our teach our
resolution.
kids for us to teach our kids to walk around as victims, because that's what happened with this dude, and his outcome was of a victim. If he was smart and he was intelligent, he would have understood that wasn't a threat. Let me go about my business. This ain't even worth it. It wasn't worth it to get suspended. It wasn't worth it to fight. Like, bro, first off, let's think about the big picture. He's an honor roll student. He had a football scholarship, right? He's a track was a track prospect. He's at an extracurricular event, so he's not even the lower tier of black people at his school, right?
Right.
So with all that going for him, it should have been in his head to avoid
Well,
any
well,
type of
well.
conflict, right, CDT?
No, no, whoa, no, whoa, whoa,
Chelsea.
no, no, no. Let's keep it a buck, though. Let's keep it a
Keep
buck,
going.
though. I'm gonna revert back to the last time that we was talking together. Nigga, you ain't on shit when you 17 either. You don't realize what you got. You don't realize what your people have done. Like in a situation like that, like you saying he well off. You think a 17-year-old understands how the fuck they got there?
Well, hold on.
No, I'm gonna tell you
You
why. I'm gonna give you no. Give me a second because all right. So prior to us moving to and living where we live right now, we was living in. It wasn't like we wasn't in the hood and shit, but my kids' friends was in the hood, so she know what the fuck that shit is, and we hood adjacent. Downtown city center is going down around here. Like when I said I called the police, it was a nigga standing on the corner outside of my window, butt naked in the rain. I called the police on that nigga immediately. Boop boop boop. Hey yo, right, right. So we moved, and when we moved, my daughter started smelling herself, and she started treating the friends that she had weird and started acting like she was better than them. That was the first time she ever. That was actually the first time I ever gave a child a whooping because I had to correct that. You don't get to treat people any type of fucking way that you want to without some type of consequence. This little girl didn't do shit to you, but we don't treat people like that because, again, don't start none, won't be none was one of the first lessons I learned in one of my first fights. Right?
So hold on, real quick. So Mo, let me ask you a question. This whole time, who have I held accountable? I ain't never held Carmelo accountable. I held his parents
That
accountable.
nigga.
I hold the community
Oh,
accountable. It's us. It's our issue. That's our problem that he got that situation got away from that little boy.
let
I'm
me
not
say one
holding
more thing.
Carmelo accountable.
Let me throw something on that real quick, if I can, please, real quick. I just want to throw something on that. I totally agree with you because when my daughter does track, when she's at these events, whether I'm there or not, I expect the coaches that's there to be accountable for where my children are. I understand that all of this shit is going on, but there are other people to be held accountable for this even happening, cuz because we don't think about the fact that a kid lost his life, but think about how many children watched this kid lose their life at an event
Bro,
that they're supposed to be.
we ain't even get to that yet.
Oh, am I jumping the gun?
Yeah,
No,
bro.
you good.
But
That
that's the
the
truth.
impact.
The impact has to be understood. Like, so people now 35 years is crazy, right? I was not expecting 35 years.
Me
All right,
neither.
and
Well, hold on.
that shit really sucks.
Hold on.
20 and have to do like 10, I think
Right,
people would have
right.
been maybe okay with that shit. Now, I'm gonna say this. This is me just being somebody that is thankful that this is not my child that is gone, right? If it was my child, I want him to spend the rest of his natural life in motherfucking prison. Real
That's
talk.
what
Right.
I was about to say. And
Naturally.
and and let's put it all together though, y'all. So first, as far as the outcome and the sentencing, I want you guys to understand that 35 years for a first degree murder charge, that's very freaking lenient. Especially in a state where they have up to 99 without a death penalty. A lot of states that don't have the death penalty for first degree murder, they try to go as high as they can. They try to go natural life. So first degree murder, only 35 years. He probably do 15, 17, you know what I'm saying, and get parole. That kid still has an opportunity to make a life for himself. He still has more than projected half of his life to make something better. So I'm not so mad about the sentence. And then we got to be sensitive to the fact that for these next 35 years, that family still don't have their son. So there's no win in this, right? What pissed me off
Agreed.
was that we outside the courtroom acting a fool
I mean,
after the
well,
after the
52, Chelsea, 52 into 52. If he
well,
serves all of
we
that
got to
time,
do what
which
we
he
do,
won't,
right?
he won't serve all that
yeah.
The
time.
way.
No. Yeah.
But hey,
That's
Mike
state
Check,
time.
you said
That's
this.
state time. He'll
Me and
probably
Mike
do
Check had a
40% of it.
conversation about this. I'm sorry to cut y'all off because I want to say something about you saying people at the courthouse. Me and Mike Check talked about this. Niggas celebrate the dumbest shit. Niggas will put all of their energy into the dumbest shit. Hey,
The
listen,
dumbest.
that man was guilty the moment he plunged the knife. Do you know what it takes to plunge a knife in somebody's chest?
2 inches, bro. 2 inches.
Do you know what it takes to do that shit?
Bro,
Like
listen.
this, we ain't talking about like you not falling and stumbling on somebody and stabbing them through their fucking chest and sternum and all this other
Right.
shit.
You ain't poking them. That's a yeah.
Nah,
Yeah.
nigga, that's like you killing a fucking vampire or some shit. Like
Bro.
ah,
Bro,
Uh,
listen.
hold
I
on.
I
think
talked
about
I
how
talk
brutal that is,
bro,
and how many children had to watch that shit. You know
I gotta
how
I
I
I
gotta
would
stop you.
sue the school system if
I
my child had to witness that, brother.
I gotta
I
stop you.
I
Like,
talk
hold on, Ken, real
oh, go
quick.
ahead.
I gotta stop you like I stopped Ken when he tried to say that same thing. We don't know how the unfortunately the young man was stabbed. We don't know
Understood.
if the kid was lunging towards him and he was stabbing
Yeah,
to make
that's
it a
I
that,
don't.
2 inch
we
Does
got
stab.
that
21
matter?
witnesses. We got 21 witnesses
Does
said
that
that he didn't do
matter?
anything.
No, well, you just
He
said he
caught
went out like like
he
we
did.
don't
He
I
know.
mean,
it's in the
I
testimony.
mean,
He was sitting down, he caught back and stabbed him and then got up and
cock
ran.
back is crazy.
That's in the testimony. He got up.
Yes.
All right. I'm
Yeah.
gonna fact check that.
Go ahead, fact check it.
I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters if my child did, cuz.
Let me.
No, it don't matter. I'm just talking
So
about the
I,
the
I
way you
gave
just
I
tried
gave
to describe it.
I gave my
Right.
wife this example, right? We got some thick ass chicken
I
breast that
got
we
you.
get from the grocery store, right? Take a knife right now and see how it feels to stab 2 inches into a chicken breast.
Okay, all right. We're getting a little too graphic. All right, we get the point, bro.
I no, but I'm saying that's crazy, y'all. Like that, it takes a lot. You get to break a bone in the chest, and like that, there was some malice behind that, y'all. So we can't
Well,
like we can't look at that
I,
lightly.
I
Now if he
wouldn't
would
say
have cut him,
malice. I think
if he
that
would,
was fear.
yeah,
I think that was
yeah, something,
fear
something,
more than anything.
something
I
with
think
the
it was
they.
pride. His pride was hurt. His ego was
Uh,
bruised more than
I,
anything.
I told my homie this
I
earlier
can
today.
see that
I
too.
said with the force that it took for him to get a 3 inch blade 2 inches through his a bone and through his heart. If he would have punched him that hard, he probably would have laid him
You could
out.
have knocked him out,
Like for real. And we would have been good right now. You know what
Ken.
I'm saying?
Hell yeah. He could have knocked his ass out
So
that's kind of what I was getting at. If he had that
so
type of strength behind him, he could have fought him, bro.
so 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 let's move the conversation, right? So this happened. You know, I watched this case from the beginning until the end. And one person that I'm hurt for is because they got villainized was Austin Metcalf's father. The day that it happened, he said, I forgive Anthony. I know that's not the type of kid he was. I'm hurt, but I forgive him and I forgive his family. And I don't want anybody to suffer from this. He legitimately said that. And he says he's hoping that we can come together and support each other through this time because it's not going to be easy for either family.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you
We don't care.
So
That's
okay.
bullshit.
So
That's
how was he
bullshit, bro.
villainized?
Hey,
That's
How was he
hey,
bullshit.
villainized? To get to the point, this was where
So so
that's where I'm
so
at. How was he
so
villainized?
before you come with your mockery, understand, pay attention to the shit.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
let me tell you
We don't care.
How was he
Boy,
villainized? You
God,
started it
Why
off.
you
let me
keep muting me? What I do? I ain't say shit.
no, it's the
see.
video.
It's the video.
Oh,
So anyway, so what you don't know is that after the murder, he made that statement to the police and he made that statement to the newscaster. Look up the interview. And he said he wanted to be the bridge between these two families.
How was
And
he
the
villainized?
family, I'm not done.
No stuff. You're not
Carmelo
done. Get
Anthony's,
done. Get
I'm
done.
about
How
to
was he
get done. I'm
villainized?
about to get
You
done.
painted the picture. Now tell us how he was villainized.
So what happened was after he made this statement, he was on the news, right? He was in contact with Carmelo and Anthony's family and everything was good. The second, I think it was Ben Crump, you know, the ambulance chaser, the black lawyer that wants all the attention. He separated from him. And while they were having a meeting, Austin Metcalf's dad was at the meeting while they were doing that family's news conference, right? And he was there to support and stand on the fact that he's trying to bridge the two families together. It was the father reaching out. He told him that had him removed and separated them the whole time. So now the narrative that Austin Metcalf's dad was trying to push to bring it together got separated. And I'm saying black folks, that lawyer, I think it was Ben Crump. He's the one who made it a racial divide. That's what doesn't get talked about. Look it up. Look up the interview that Austin Metcalf's dad had the day after his son got killed and what he said and what he did. That's what pisses me off about it.
Oh, I'm sorry. You said they. Oh, so you just talking about the lawyer? Okay.
right.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I was waiting on. The they. Who's the they, and how was he
Well,
villainized?
so they have a it's like a social media person, whoever handles they have a whole team of people. You know how that get when black folks want to rally around and try to get some free money. That's what happened during the press conference that they had for their family. This white man was literally there after his son was killed, trying to reach out. And he didn't want to see Karmelo go to jail. He was going to help the family so that he wouldn't have to go to jail with the bond and the bill. He's going to speak at the bail's hearing. But what's McCall talking about? We don't want you here. We don't need you here. Let us have our time. Black folks, black folks, black folks. That was crazy. That was a great opportunity to have some unity, to have some true closure, and to allow that community to be a community. What's happening now is that whole community divided. Black folks, why we choose, like, this is so effing crazy. We choose to all go up and act a fool when the news cameras is out, when everything is big at the courthouse after this hearing. But ain't nobody going there when Tone got caught with a nickel bag, or he slapped LaQuisha, or the child support is uneven and unequitable, and all these other issues. But guess what? When it's convenient, when everybody want to jump on a bandwagon, we can rally and stand outside and always got a comment. That's what I don't like. We got to do better.
We or they?
It's whoever, bro.
Because we can't say the black community because you're going to get mad. So who was we? Because we good. We different, remember? Us four, we different.
I'm not going to let you rage bait me, sir.
Who's
it was
we?
too easy.
Who's we?
It was too easy.
I'm
Grady.
Who?
Grady. Your
Grady?
new name, Grady.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I got you. CD,
I can't hear you.
You muted.
Oh shit. My bad. So there is a difference. It's certain niggas I'm not like. Right. So I want to say something about the video that you played earlier, right? Because you never finished that. We never finished this video.
Don't need
right?
to.
Why you say that?
Don't
Mo?
need to.
Why you say that, Mo?
Because she don't want to hear that shit.
Most of
she
us
know
don't
it's true
want to hear
though.
the truth.
She knows it's true though.
It's true.
She knows it's true though. Hey, check this out. I'm
What's
gonna
not
tell
true
you
about the video,
how
Mo?
it's true. I'm
What's
gonna
not
tell
true?
you.
Hold on. Let her talk. What's not true about
No,
it?
I want to know what is true about the video. What was true in the video?
Every damn word he said.
What was the main premise of the video?
True.
What was the main premise of the video?
The main premise of the video is that we got the nerve to be mad about the shit that we do and we perpetuate. That's the issue. We know what we are, but we can't act like we're the victim on this hand, but then when it's the opposite hand, we the victim both ways. We can't do that. We can't.
Hey man.
That's what we always do. We can't murder and kill and slap and shoot each other and be the man in the hood. But then when we do something, we held accountable to it. Now we're a victim. Like, what the hell? Guess what Karmelo, he did what 99% of niggas in the hood would never do. He said, I did it.
I mean, that's the one thing he shouldn't have did. That's one thing he probably shouldn't have did. But anyway.
Why? So right. That's crazy that you say that, CD. That's crazy. Guess what? If I was the judge and he said he didn't do it, I'd have gave him 40 more years.
That's terrible. I took the
because he know damn well he did. He know he did. What?
Hey, mute up so I can play this video.
Oh, that hurts.
Everybody mute up, please, so it don't echo.
America, which demonstrates in graphic detail exactly how we ended up in a country like this. We talk about how many white people came to be terrified in their own neighborhoods, at schools, at track meets, everywhere, because of court-ordered busing, public housing policy, and so-called urban renewal efforts.
Just real quick, Ken, that's what I was talking about. When he said many people, he's talking about white people, and he just said it right there. So just want to rewind.
No, he's not. He's talking about many people. He's talking many people. He's talking about.
But he's talking about white people when he's talking about the civil rights.
What did he say? What did he
say?
say? You think they wasn't?
Mute.
Murdered a white teenager. It's also about our post-1960s legal system, which prohibits schools from punishing dangerous black students like Karmelo Anthony, and which forces white people to live around them. Today, we're launching part 2 of our documentary on the civil rights movement on the Daily Wire called The Looting of America, which demonstrates in graphic detail exactly how we ended up in a country like this. We talk about how many white people came to be terrified in their own neighborhoods, at schools, at track meets, everywhere, because of court-ordered busing, public housing policy, and so-called urban renewal efforts. We talk about the development of a fundamental unstated rule of modern society, a rule we're all familiar with, and which Austin Metcalf broke, which states that you're supposed to tolerate antisocial behavior by a young black male, no matter how offensive it may be, or else you'll end up dead. It sounds like an overstatement, but it's not. We're all expected to go about our lives with the understanding that if we dare to offend a young black man, we could end up in a body bag. As the writer Patrick Casey put it, Austin Metcalf's murder is particularly salient because almost everyone, regardless of race, has encountered a black person carrying out an antisocial act, cutting in line, mouthing off, blasting music on the subway, etc., which is accompanied by the implicit threat of violence. Most people don't want to share society with people who routinely violate public norms and are prepared to murder anyone who objects. So when you see the vagrant kicking trash cans down the street, you're supposed to walk the other way, or else you might end up stabbed to death, like that left-wing activist in Brooklyn a few years ago. Now, we talked about this story on the show at the time. The white guy made the mistake of getting up off his bench and engaging with this crazed black.
Oh, you finally heard something you liked that you can latch onto. Go ahead. What you got?
It makes sense, bro. You heard what he said.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know I could pause the video. I had several points.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, CD.
Me?
Yeah, go ahead.
First off, I want to say this. This guy is clearly racist, right? We want to throw that out there. But that don't mean he's wrong. That don't mean he's wrong. Just because you racist don't mean, hey, listen.
That's what I said earlier.
So things can be right and shit, right?
We're gonna have to define racism in a minute, but
true,
keep on, CDC.
I mean, no, because I know where you go. I feel like I know where you're gonna go with that. But you can have your own biases and hatreds and all this other shit, bigotry, all that. That's fine. So I do want y'all to know that I understand that this dude is coming from like this dark place when he talking about us, right? But there are things that he is talking about that, one, I don't fucking like either, and two, that was systematically kind of forced upon us to the point where okay, think about, you heard of Lake Lanier in Georgia?
Yep.
Right. These type of situations have happened all around this country, which is part of the reason why you don't see black people, why it's not a large black population in I don't know what percentage of the country, but the majority of the black population of the country is focused in certain areas. Did you know that? Like, there ain't a gang of niggas in Nebraska.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. There ain't. All right. So, what he's saying could be true, bro. I think it's a part that I heard that we haven't even got to in the video that I really wanted to talk about. But you don't. But the shit that he's saying, you don't want to deal with either. Ken, am I right?
Absolutely.
Okay, we can keep the video going because it's a certain part that I don't think we got to that I really want to speak on.
Go ahead, Mo.
That man said that they are forced to live around us.
Okay, that.
So how many black people are moving into their neighborhoods and terrorizing them? Most of the crime that we commit, let me finish, please. Most of the crime that we commit are against each other, not them. So why the hell are we considered such a threat to them when it's more black on black violence than anything?
I can't hear Mo.
So let me explain. I'm glad you said that. I was waiting for you, baby. So let me explain.
And don't ask me a question, just rebut it.
I'm going to rebut it. So what he's saying specifically is that the neighborhoods that white people owned, right? What happened is Section 8 moved people from lower standards into those neighborhoods.
Not most of them, no.
I'm not done. When you bring those people into the neighborhoods, right? They're coming from neighborhoods that are poverty stricken. They're coming from neighborhoods where the crime is higher, right? and you move them in tropes into these other neighborhoods, it's making the neighborhood overall more dangerous. It's turning the neighborhood into the hood. I understand that because that's what happened. I'm in real estate. What happens is how areas get gentrified is this. The people who own those areas, who own those neighborhoods, whatever color you want to call them, let's call them
Thank you,
homeowners.
Chelsea.
Let's call. Here we go. We're not talking
Oh,
about.
But
Let's.
see,
they're gonna
hold
be
on,
scared of us. Yeah, you can't even go to a grocery store, a movie theater, or the church without being
Okay.
afraid that somebody's gonna come in and blow it up. Come on
Good
now.
job. Good
I,
job.
I,
So how does
I,
that help? How does that help what happened in the hood? How does that help that women can't walk around the hood? How does that help that cats fight each other and kill each other over a dice game in the hood? How does that help that? How does that justify those things? How does it
I'm
justify
not
that we
trying
sell
to
drugs?
justify the
Let me ask you a
crime.
question. Do black people sell more drugs to white people, or do black people sell more drugs to black people?
Exactly.
My point is right. So you're
and my weed
Exactly.
man
So
white.
why are they scared of us? That makes
what?
no sense.
Negro, we scared of us. Are you crazy? I bet you won't walk around in your own hood at a certain time at night because your
Hey,
people out there, because you became a target. I bet you won't do
mm,
good and stay in your hood.
And I won't go to an all-white neighborhood and do the same thing
We ain't-
either.
There you go again. Why you bringing white people in there? Let's hold ourselves
Because you're
accountable.
talking about black people. Why
I'm
we
not.
can't talk
No,
about white,
let's
but you can talk
because we
about
need
black?
because goddamn it,
Matt
no,
Walsh
we
can
got to
sit up
start
there and
there.
talk about niggas all
We
day,
no
but we can't
no.
talk about them. Get the
There
fuck
you
out of
go
here.
again. There
I
you
don't
go
think
again.
so.
There you go
That
again.
shit goes both
There
ways.
it go
He
both ways.
want to
But
talk
guess what
about
you're doing?
niggas, I'm
oh
talking about
man,
them.
Hey, guess what? Your mama told you clean up your own house before you worried about somebody else's. So let's clean up our house. Why can't you walk down your neighborhoods? Why don't your kids live in the neighborhood that you grew up in? Because you want better. Because you know ain't shit there. And it's your people that's there. Let's keep it a buck. Let's take everybody else off the table. The reason why we don't live where we grew up at is because the niggas is there. Because they ain't got no respect. They ain't got no home training. They haven't grown. They
mm,
haven't evolved. That's why we all, when
mm.
we get a chance, we leave. We're not leaving the people. We leaving the mindset of them people. What good does it do for you to sit here and talk about what white people doing when you can't fix the shit that's in your own neighborhood?
Mm.
You sound foolish. We can't keep using what they're doing as an excuse. Let's talk about what we're doing. Once we fix that shit, once our neighborhoods look good, when our neighborhoods start prospering, once we start owning something, then let's talk about what they doing to us. Once we not sitting here talking about promoting promiscuity and niggas scamming and niggas getting over it on music and shit like that, once we start doing that to ourselves, then let's hold somebody else accountable for persecuting us. You know what you sound like? You sound like a fucking victim. And we ain't gonna get nowhere by being
Oh,
victims.
whoa.
We're not gonna get nowhere
shame,
by
and
considering
so
ourselves a victim
guilt
to
and
somebody else
iniquity
if
right.
we're not controlling what we can control ourselves. We gotta take care of our shit first. And taking care of it means calling what's wrong wrong. Guess what? What he said, it may hurt, but it's the truth. If you're in a safe neighborhood, regardless of what color you are, and your neighborhood becomes inundated with a violent group of people, now your kids aren't comfortable walking out on the streets. It's bad things happening in your neighborhood where you worked hard for, where you pay taxes to, where you've helped grow the neighborhood. It gets uncomfortable. And when those people are not owners like you, they didn't go through the same thing that you did to buy your house, to own your house, to take care of your lawns. They were just simply moved there. They were forced into those neighborhoods. So unfortunately, you may not like it that it's a white person saying it, but it's true. Deal with the truth. Look in the mirror first. It's our problem before it's their problem. We can't be mad at them for being for being upset and uncomfortable by the shit that we should be upset and uncomfortable about. That's crazy.
Ah.
I digress.
Nah, let me regress. Let me jump on this bandwagon too,
That
man. Hey
drum
man,
roll
I'm
was
sick of
wild.
nigga shit. Hey man, listen. No man, I'm with Ken. I'm sick of nigga shit, bruh. I'm sick of it.
I'm
I'm
sick of
sick of
nigga
it.
shit. I see that
I'm
shit every
fucking sick of
day.
it. Like, hey man,
Thank you.
listen. It's so much.
I ain't
It's so
even gonna
many
hold
things
you.
that I know for a fact that only we do, bro. And I'm fucking sick of it. I'm with that nigga too. I'm with Ken, man. Fuck this shit. I'm tired of you niggas.
Bro, how many
Like
times have
y'all
we been
niggas is
out?
embarrassing.
Listen, let me
Let me
tell you
tell
what
you a
he said.
story real quick.
Look. How many times have we been out? Right now. Who's doing all these fucking what do they call these
Oh, the
uh
team takeovers or whatever.
the team takeovers?
Man,
It's us. And guess what we do? We just look at it and ignore it, keep moving. Hope they don't take my bag today. That's what he's talking about.
man.
We just supposed to look at it and excuse it. That's what niggas do. That's what we've been doing.
We do
So
that with
guess
our
what?
family
You know what we
members
should do?
too.
Hold on, Mo. You know what we should do? Remember
Man,
what
I'm not
I've
Mo,
said this
nigga.
before. Stop aligning ourselves with people who look like us. Start aligning yourself with people who's like-minded. Guess what? Matt Walsh sound like you. He tired of
Character,
niggas too.
character
And
over
nigga,
color,
and
man.
nigga ain't got nothing to do with skin tone.
Fuck all that.
Being a nigga is an attribute. I'm just saying.
Did you
All right,
land your
so let
plane
me.
again? You good?
Well, I got a plan there.
Go ahead.
All right. Again, I'm sick of nigga shit, right? I want to give like two examples of nigga shit that I'm tired of, right?
Come on.
You ever been in like Dollar General or some shit? And somebody come in that motherfucker plan,
Wait.
hype me up
See, hold up.
or
Every nigga
some
know what
bullshit,
Dollar General is.
Hype me up.
man.
Hype me up.
Hey, nah. Think about this. Think about this. Nah, think about this. Think about this. So one day I'm at work, right? I was doing like electrical work for this company and shit, right? So I'm out with this. I'm riding around with this white dude, right? And we in like a nice neighborhood that they really just upbringing. This is where they filming a lot of shit. A lot of the Marvel movies is being filmed not too far from where I'm at, and we in this type of area, so this shit is like booming up. Like they like this shit is white folks, rich money. It's money all over here, right? So we in this neighborhood. This look like some Mister Rogers shit. It's people outside just sitting outside, and everybody walk by they like hiding and shit. And then some nigga ride by on like a fucking hoverboard with a speaker playing like Chief Keef or some shit, right? On my mom, loud as a bitch, loud as a bitch. And I'm with this white dude. That white dude thought that shit was so fucking hilarious. I was embarrassed, nigga.
Thank you.
I was
Can
embarrassed.
can I ask you a question, Mo? Honestly. Are you pro family?
Mo sick of you. Look at her face.
Yeah, Mo ain't feeling this.
Mo sick of you.
Mo.
I ain't feeling it for several reasons, but I'm gonna keep that shit to myself because
I just got some simple
none of
questions. Are
y'all
you
niggas are like me. But
are you pro
yes, of
Whoa.
family?
course, of course, of course.
Okay. Are you pro marriage?
Jeez.
Yeah,
Do you believe in God?
absolutely.
Do you aspire to be a homeowner?
Yep,
Are you raising children?
yep,
Do you believe in safe neighborhood for your children?
yeah.
You got more in common with white folks than you do black folks.
That's
Wow.
based on your
Wow.
opinion.
That's not.
That's an opinion.
Wow.
So
That's not a fact.
what are you saying? Those are not black principles. That's my point. Those are good moral standard principles. Unfortunately, those aren't principles that are accentuated in hood ass communities.
Right.
So that's my point. So if you want to
But
make it,
not everybody in the hood
but that's
has
my
the
point.
mentality that you're speaking of.
So that's what I'm saying. So my point is, it has nothing to do with where you are. It's your mentality. Just as
Right.
it
It's a
does,
mindset.
just
Yeah.
just as it doesn't have anything to do with the color of your damn skin. You just want to be around like-minded people that have common interest.
Right.
Those common interests by volumes, because now we could use inverse percentages. It's a higher percentage of the people in the country that would prefer that type of lifestyle as opposed to the small minute that we call the hood. But we want to always take ourselves back and try to align ourselves with the attributes of the hood. and have sympathy and empathy and act like what's going on in there is not right. We can't do that.
Again,
You
I don't think anybody, specifically me, was justifying
Then why are you
what
upsetting? Why are you upset with when a white man says the same thing that you just admitted to?
wrong messenger.
Oh, it don't
Number
make it. See, that's a
one.
Mm.
problem. That's an emotional response.
I don't give a
That's
Ah.
an
damn.
And where does that
We know
get you?
what we
Where's
gotta
that gonna get
fix.
you?
We know what we gotta
No, we
work on. I
don't.
don't need to
It's a damn
hear.
lie. That's a
I don't
lie
need to
because it's
hear
not being
him.
fixed. It's not being fixed. The shit been like that. We don't know what needs to be fixed. That's the problem. If we did, he wouldn't be able to make the comment. You wouldn't feel the way you feel. Let me ask you a question. What color is your next door neighbor on the left?
I don't have one on the left.
Oh, who's on the right?
Old white vet.
Oh shit! Who's across the street from you?
Maybe Indian. I don't know.
Oh shit! You live in a diverse community.
Well, everybody else on my side is black.
No shit, but they the black people that value the same things that you value. You're not in the hood, are you?
Yeah,
I don't
technically.
say okay. Well, I just saw you walking around freely and you ain't get shot at. That's all I'm saying.
You gotta watch some of my videos, man.
But my point of saying that is that we can't be emotional. And I feel where you coming from. No, it don't feel comfortable that the messenger is white and he's Matt Walsh. But we can't say he's racist just because he's giving a message that we should actually be giving. He's making
Oh, that
statements
nigga
that we should.
racist.
Okay. Let
For
me ask you
sure.
a question. Let me
The
ask you a question.
undertones, like Mike Check was saying, for sure.
No. Listen, let me say this. We
Mo.
can't keep saying that. We have to sit here and take what's being said for what's being said. The reason why we can't move is because everything is emotional. There's no accountability when we lead with emotion because you don't know what the hell you're being accountable to. He's not racist. And what he said, the facts that he stated are the facts of anybody. Most
No, that
people
nigga's
want to
racist.
say, oh,
Say it
hold on.
again, Chelsea. Chelsea, say it again.
No, that dude was racist. That dude does not like black people.
You can argue with Chelsea on this one. You can leave us out of this.
Where Chelsea at?
Right there. I don't racist. That's
Okay, what's racist? Define racist, Chelsea. Let's
Oh
go.
Lord, here
That
we
dude
go.
does not
I'm
like
not
black
going through
people.
that again.
Let's go. My point is, he can't deny me an opportunity. So I'm not worried about him. We can't do that, y'all. Like we got to stop
So,
making everything racist. Like I'm
Can I?
talking about his thoughts as it pertains to what's happening in the communities. His
and Ken, you
thoughts
gotta let
align.
other people talk too, as
Go ahead.
well.
His shit
No,
lines up with
well,
everything we said. I
right, no.
digress.
Okay.
Go ahead, Jay Walker.
First off, what's
Hey,
up, everybody? I'm
what up,
what up,
actually
Juice?
Jay?
Hype me up.
what's happening?
Thank you.
Hype me
What
up.
up?
Hype me up. Hype me up.
So, so for two reasons I can't stay on. I was instructed to stay offline today because of all this stuff going on, and because I was
Damn.
upset. It really hit home. So for two
Mm,
reasons that way, and then one, I'm driving, I'm going to work. But I just wanted to chime in on that one, just one little tidbit.
okay.
I'm not even going to tap dance on half of that stuff. Just with the why is it the wrong messenger and this and that, as far as the white man saying it versus the black person saying it. If we are correcting, and this is the truth, there's a difference when it's coming from us and we're talking to our people in correction with love, not judgmental, not in judgment, versus the some of them. I'm not going to say all. Some of those people, when they speak on it, they're just speaking it as disgust and adding on to what they already felt as far as hate. They're not doing it in a place of love. That's the difference, and that's all I want to say.
Appreciate you.
Hype me up.
Shout out to Jay
Hype
Walk.
me up.
CDT.
Hype me
Hey.
up.
CDT.
When
And
I
I
get to
agree
work,
with him.
Did you
when
not
I get to
echo?
work, if when I get to work, if y'all still at it, I'm gonna get up there. Just give me a minute.
All right.
CDT, did you not echo that you sick and tired of it and you're embarrassed of it?
Bro,
We're, I,
I'm tired of it.
yeah,
Straight
and
up.
I'm not
It's
disgusted with my
embarrassing
people. I'm
at
disgusted with
times.
their actions.
Right.
That's what we're talking about. And
Listen, here's
I'm
the
mature
thing.
enough to separate the messenger and get the message. That's our problem.
I always preach, me personally, this is the same reason you niggas is still gonna listen to R. Kelly. if you able to separate the person from the talent, what you need, like, listen, you know what? Especially as men, you want to hear some wild shit. You know they say this thing about us being visual creatures, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That means that, like, I think people misunderstand what that really means. Like, that really means, like, most men, we can pick out one thing on a woman and fixate on that shit, and that's all we need. You know what I'm saying? Why do you think that, men be dealing with chicks that be butt ugly in the face, but that ass though, right? Right,
Word.
right. So we able to pinpoint certain things when it comes to what we enjoy about whatever thing it is, right? Um, I think that people are taking the fact that they are tired of hearing about all of this. Like, okay, this is not no shit new. Black men and black boys have been being treated like this and been put in the system and have been put in corners and all of this shit for years, for decades. This case was kind of personal to me because I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna admit something, right? So, y'all ever heard of Clayton County in Georgia?
Clayton County?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So Riverdale High School, right?
Yeah.
All right. So in ninth grade, I was in Riverdale High School. This shit's on my high school transcript, right? So I ended up getting expelled from Riverdale High School in the ninth grade because I brought a knife to school.
Mm.
Right? Right. True story.
Do we ask why? Do we dare ask why?
I mean, I don't mind speaking on it, but
No, I mean, why
so
did you bring the knife?
um, it's kind of crazy story, but for some straightening, to send a threat, not to hurt nobody, but to send a threat.
Mm.
Now, all right, it's a lot of details in here. Okay, so I'm gonna try and break it down real quick. So boom, I was dating this girl. This bitch was my girlfriend, right? At the time, she was my girlfriend, and at some point we got into it about something, right? And she was from Jersey. How I met her was like some chat line shit. I had met her cousin. Like I said, it's a lot of details. It's a whole lot of
Chat
details. Yeah, I met her on the chat line. This
Blackcredit.com.
is old school. This is some old school shit. I met her on the chat line. I was talking to her cousin initially, and then I met her because she was like, "Who you talking to?" And then one day she decided to like star 69 me or some shit and call me. She's like, "Oh, I'm such and such cousin." And then I found out that the girl I was talking to was lying about her age. Started dealing with this chick. Somehow we both ended up in Riverdale, Georgia, meeting later after we met on the phone. Blase Squad. We was in a relationship. She ended up, we get into it about something. She was from Jersey. This bitch did a Tupac thing on me where she pulled a razor blade out of my mouth. All right, y'all remember that shit?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Brother
So she
M.
pulled a,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
That's funny.
yeah,
I was just about to say that. I couldn't think of the name of the
right,
movie.
right. She did that to me one day we was arguing. So I tried to crocodile Dundee that bitch. Like, that's not a knife. You know what I mean? So the next time I saw her, I was like, put that little shit up. And I got arrested for that shit. At school, I pulled it out. Well, prior to that, the thing that drove me over the edge was she kept calling my house. This was when we had landlines. She kept calling my house and hanging up the phone. And she was doing it, hanging up on me and my sisters. Like, I ain't give a fuck about that. But she hung up on my mama, and my mama whooped me for that shit. So I had to send a message. You
Because your mama
laughing?
got that ass. I'm
Yeah,
just saying.
yeah, yeah,
I can
yeah,
relate. I'm just
yeah,
saying I can relate.
yeah. Yep. So that stunt, I ended up, I got lucky, bro. Most of my life I've been blessed and lucky, bro. I can't lie to you. Right, I got lucky because the school resource officer was this dude named Officer Barney. You can Google this shit too, because he died doing some wild shit. Anyway, he lived in my neighborhood, and we used to play. He was actually Park City of Magic Owner at one point in time before his death, and we used to play basketball in his driveway. He was the school resource officer, so he was the one that locked me up. He called my mama and my dad and shit. And then apparently that shit got swept under the rug. However they did that shit, blah blah blah. So I've been in that situation. I could have been this nigga. So what I'm saying is this: like I know for a fact I consciously took that motherfucker there for some action.
So, and
So
that's
I so
probably
I so
would
I
you say?
understand like this is like nigga, this is what was supposed to happen. Man said he did it. This was supposed to happen when it comes
Yeah,
to that type of shit.
yeah, and those are actions
That
that are permanent.
conversation.
Oh, him sleep.
My
Who
bad.
that?
um, but unfortunately,
Oh,
those are the things and the mindsets and the attributes that are common in our community that are consistent. It happens, bro. And what I'm saying is, we got to take accountability that that shit ain't right. That's all it is. And I don't care who's saying it. I don't care who's listening. I don't care if you're Arab. I don't care if you're Chinese. I don't care if you're Caucasian or whatever you are. Right is right. Wrong is wrong, bro. Have y'all been
Agreed.
watching those? I've been watching some clips, and I don't know how I got into this doggone rabbit hole, but they talking about how the Asian community is lashing out about the black community or something like that. And I listen to this lady give rants, and I'm like, it don't feel comfortable coming from her, but everything she's saying about the community is about right. And all I'm saying is, we can't get
We
mad
can't
because
let
other.
them. Hell no.
See, we going about feelings though. Let me ask.
All the
What was
feelings
that? I
is
didn't hear it.
wrong.
Is wrong because somebody else saying it, or is it wrong because it's
Yep.
wrong? That's not
Why?
right.
So it's not right because the truth should be heard regardless. Like
Yeah.
you should be your eyes should be
You
blind
yeah, to the color. Let me
to
let me
that
ask this
type of shit.
question.
Like
We
my
we
opinion, because you know what? No, I'm
Okay.
sorry, man. It's been plenty of times in my life where somebody told me some shit and I didn't like the motherfucker that said it. But then when I thought about it, that motherfucker was right, and I changed what the fuck I was doing, and shit was better for me because I actually paid
thank you.
attention to what was being said. It don't matter who the fuck saying it. You need to listen to man.
The
So
message.
listen,
It's the
you know what's
message.
the fucked up part? You know, and see now I'm from now see now because Mo, you've been you've been on edge a little bit, right?
Hey,
You
what you
gotta
mean?
realize something, right? We
Who on
understand
edge?
that you've been on edge a little bit.
What are you talking about? Break that
Nah,
down, bruh.
man.
What you mean?
Nah.
let's unpack that, right?
Hey.
Quantify what you talking about, bruh. What you mean I've
Yeah,
been on
yeah,
edge?
yeah. Cause
She just be
because
talking shit
because
and she want to suck on the black nutty
nah,
buddy.
man. Whoa.
Whoa, hold on, bro. Now
That's a nutty buddy. What she eating
See,
on right
relax,
now?
bro.
hey
Relax.
man, listen.
Why y'all took
What
that way wrong?
black
I said
is
she want to talk
crazy.
shit and then eat on the black nutty buddy. That's what she ain't
No,
that
no, you
nutty
said
buddy?
suck. You said suck. You didn't
How's
say
it
eat.
black?
That's what she got. She's eating.
Is it licorice?
You
Is
said
it
suck, sir.
No,
niggas said black?
y'all need to grow up.
You are being
Nah,
very
huh?
disrespectful. You owe this lady an apology.
Y'all are
We
so
need to grow up.
immature.
It's
Thank
crazy.
you, thank you, thank
We
you,
need to
Mo.
grow up. It's
Because
crazy.
Simply Ken, you so immature.
I I wasn't
Huh?
even going there with it. I just saw the nutty buddy. I was hungry.
Man.
Hmm.
Hey man, listen. Hey, listen. I don't know who you think you talking to, kid, but I'm listening. Niggas
Right,
choose their words wisely. And
right.
I know nigga, stop it, man. Stop. Stop. Hey, Mike, bruh,
Y'all,
damn, you be
y'all.
on the phone with this nigga? This shit
Man,
crazy. I'll be
it's
ready to
painful, bro.
fight.
Why you deflecting, bruh?
I
Let's
gotta
get
take two
back to
Let's get
what
to
aspirin
the
what
every
it
time
point.
you
what
hang up.
Thank you, thank you.
Nah, man. Hey, man, Mike, this nigga slick.
So, so I ask you, Mo. I ask you, Mo. Why does it matter? Well, your point is it matters who the message comes from. So let me give you why I argue that or why I disagree with that. Because I remember being raised on the block, right? And my mama knew my neighbor across the street, neighbor next door, neighbor down the street. Everybody knew everybody, right? So I knew as a kid when I was running up and down that street, anybody can call me out on my BS because they
Yeah.
were all accountable
Nigga
to
can't do it
my
right now.
well-being. They were all
Right.
accountable. They didn't have to be my mama. Miss Fields across the street can snatch me up and tell me get my in the house and do what I need to do. Mr. Patterson
Village.
could tell me what who you think you walking around hanging around with them thugs. You ain't got no business. Everybody had an opinion because they had a vested interest in 99.9% of what they were telling me. When it was correction, it was right. I say this to say that it don't make a difference who the messenger is. If the message is accurate and is right, we gotta first take heed to that message.
Not when there's undertones of prejudice and stereotypes and all that stuff. We
What?
are we know we effed up. We know we got stuff we got to fix. I don't need to hear it from Mount Walsh and nobody else. We know we got stuff to fix. I don't that
Mo,
that that don't add to the conversation. All it
Okay.
does is further
Mo,
divides,
So okay,
in
let
my
me ask you a
opinion.
question. Let me ask you a question.
Mo. I want to say one thing real quick, Mo. You know I love my daughters, right? You know how much I love my kids. But one thing I do know is what I don't teach them, the streets will.
Well, the
And
law.
and and the message, no, because the bottom line is I can give them the message that I can give them the message. I can teach them the lesson. I can show them, I can tell them, but the actual the real shit is the real that's the solid lesson. Like so this white dude saying this shit is telling my children what white people think.
You know what's
Why would we
crazy?
not want to hear this message?
Yeah, bro, that's a hell of a point.
There's nothing wrong with listening to something that you don't agree with. It's actually good for what Ken said. Critical thinking, right?
Who wouldn't agree with
However,
what he's saying?
huh?
Wait, who wouldn't agree with what he was saying? We just all agreed that everything that Matt was saying was absolutely right. The
We
issue
didn't
is
all
that
agree.
so what is wrong? I just asked you the five questions, and you said yeah. Safe neighborhood. You believe in family and marriage. I asked you those questions.
The way you
But you
framed
know
it is not the way that man framed it.
he didn't frame anything. He just said what was. But let me go back to your
There
point.
was no framing behind what he was saying.
Well, hold on. I'm talking about in that parsed statement. I know what you're talking about with everything else, but let's go back to what you said. Your reason why we shouldn't listen to the message, we shouldn't take the message from him, is because we know what we need to be doing, right?
Yeah.
So hold on. Let me ask you a question. What do our actions say? Do our actions seem like we know what we should be doing? If you watch the kid consistently make the mistakes that they're making, and you say you know they should know better, but they keep making the mistakes, what are they actions telling you? That was a question.
Cognitive dissonance, if they know what they got to do, but they still do the wrong stuff.
So are you wrong
I
for telling
smoke,
them
I
what
smoke,
they're doing?
and I know it's gonna kill me, but I continue to do it. It's the same thing with the black community. What I don't
So
need is some racist white man telling me that he's scared of niggas.
so let me ask you a
That
question.
ain't gonna help me.
Let
That
me
ain't
ask you a
gonna help
question.
my son.
Let me ask you a question. So do you have a problem when it's a white man telling you, uh uh a professor at a college talking to you about whatever subject matter it is to help you get your degree? Do you have a problem when it's a white person that's encouraging you and talking you up on home ownership or entrepreneurship? Do you care when it's a white person that's saying, "Hey, if you change your ways, I can help your kid get here, here, and here"? Or are we
What do you
selective
mean? Do I
when we
care?
when we are we selective when it's white people telling us what we need to do or what we can do better? Do we just get an attitude when we in our feelings, when I hurt our feelings, and we got to look ourselves in the mirror and say, "No, we need to change"?
Back to
Yeah, go ahead. Is your
Jay
boss white?
Walker's original.
Is your boss
Back
white?
to Jay. I'm gonna answer you, bro.
No, is your
Back to
come on with it.
Jay's original point. If it's said in love, if it's coming from a good place, if it's to help
God,
unify,
bro.
not to divide, absolutely. But when
Man,
you're
what?
Do you
making
understand?
documentaries about how they scared of niggas because they infiltrated their neighborhoods, no, I don't want to hear
Let me
it.
ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Is your supervisor white?
I don't have a super. I don't work.
Okay, when you work, was your supervisor white?
There were different. I have different supervisors.
Okay. Have you ever had a white supervisor?
What your
I just want to know. Hold on.
supervisor was Uncle
Hold,
Sam, nigga. That
hold on.
nigga
Hold on.
white. His face was white. Stop it.
hold
Yes,
on, CDT.
yo, for the last 20 something years of your life, low key, nigga, your daddy been Uncle Sam. Chill out. All right,
I'm not
Ken,
doing.
that's the answer to your question.
Come on, come
Okay.
on. So he was white, right? Right,
There you go,
Mo.
white,
So let me
white
ask
as
you a
snow.
question. Has he ever had to sit you down and correct you on a behavior?
Oh,
Article 15.
listen, I
Huh?
talk about
I'm
Gail,
asking.
the lady that took me under her wing before I joined the military. She was a Jewish woman, and that
Oh,
woman taught me so much stuff that I will never forget. Not only did she show me her whole freaking financial portfolio before I even knew what a portfolio was, I was like, "What's all them numbers and letters?" And she was like, "That's our portfolio for the business." I said, "What?" She was like, "I That's all this money." I'm like, "So you sit behind here and you just do that?" But not only would she just teach me and show me things, like I would learn a new word from her every week, right? But she would also pull me aside and be like, "You effing up. You doing this. You doing that." So yeah, I took it from her because the way it was presented. It wasn't in a way that, all you ends are the same, or you know what I'm saying? It was out of straight pure love. And I'll
let,
never forget her for that.
let me say this. Most of us, we may not admit it, but the
Shout out to
best
Gail
lessons,
Solomon.
the the
Yes.
the best lessons that we've learned in our life were the tough ones, were the
Why
ones
she
that
so
were
loud?
uncomfortable. Because those lessons make us really look at
Pipe.
ourselves in the mirror. When somebody's patronizing
Keep
you and
going.
making you feel good and patty caking you along, you don't have correction from that. Let me explain something to you. Black people have been sending the same message that Matt Walsh has been sending forever, and ain't happening. Guess what? Other people are starting to see the issues that we have in our own community. It's time for us to wake up. What is it gonna take for it not to be about the messenger, but for us to apply the message? And why haven't we? I'll wait.
When you say we, are
You
you
know,
talking about that minority of
I'm
the
talking about
community that you're talking about?
whoever she's offended by,
No, no,
whoever
no,
she
no. You
thinks is
said
be.
why haven't we
I'm
changed?
talking
So are you
about
talking about?
whoever she think is offended. I'm waiting. I got all night. I'm like you. I ain't got nowhere to be.
Damn. How you know
Am I
she ain't got
supposed to
nowhere to
answer
go?
it?
Sure,
I thought that
absolutely.
was a rhetorical question. I'm sorry. Can you
No,
repeat it?
it's sad that that is a rhetorical question. It's sad.
I was
Wait,
focusing on TQIS calling me out for being loud. My bad.
whoever
What up,
whoever
Janesta?
you feel whoever you feel that Matt Walsh was offending. This is to whoever that is. When is it going to be more about the message being applied? And when are we going to apply what's being said, regardless of who's saying it? Let's talk
I
about
can't
outcomes.
I can't speak to when we, according to you earlier, you said we cooked, we done. We it's never gonna be what we want it to be. So that's what
No,
I
I said that.
that's what
I
I
said
got
that.
out of it.
I said that when we were talking about equality and proportional equality. We're never going to be. Well, we
And you wonder why
we keep knocking we keep
niggas
knocking
are
these white girls
aggressive.
up.
Because ain't no equality and it ain't gonna ever be.
But
So
see, that doesn't answer my question though. When are we going to apply? Because let's say if there was a white person, if Matt Walsh was a black person, because guess what? He's saying the same thing that Malcolm X was saying. He's saying the same thing that all our black leaders has been saying. When are we going to apply what's being said and change our communities? Go ahead, I'll wait. Oh, wait, you got all the emotion in the world when somebody says wrong, but you ain't got no solutions? Uh, uh, Hold on. I got to put her in timeout. Let you think about that.
I don't think she. I just don't think she really want to give you the answer. That
Yes.
She doesn't have an answer because the
she
answer
probably
starts with
do.
She
But
don't.
accountability.
She don't want to snap on you.
she's trying to figure out. She's trying
Yeah.
to figure out how to tell you what she's trying to tell you. Knowing
Listen, if
her,
if she can
respectfully.
answer the question, she will change the lives of the generations to come. But guess what? It ain't no
I
answer.
mean, there ain't no answer to that question because to be honest with you, every time niggas get together, somebody gets shot. So
God, no. So wait. So when we get together and start applying the
Hold on,
answers,
hold
niggas get
on, hold
shot.
on.
I love that CDT. Hey,
I mean,
that was
am I
cold.
lying?
Hey, listen. Let's ask Mo, the person who was hurt by somebody else, telling us that where we went wrong at. So Mo, I'm waiting. When are we gonna start taking the soft message from our leaders who look like us? When are we going to apply it? Because guess what? We were marching, we were rallying, we were burning cities down, we were rioting. When the hell are we going to take the message and use it? I'm waiting. I ain't got nowhere to be. Look, my watch don't even work.
Hey, y'all want to hear some wild shit? I use military hand arm signals when we in public with my kids, so that they know it's time to
Oh,
go.
nice.
I swear to God, right? I'll be like, "Hey yo," and everybody look at me, and I'll swing my arm in the air and then point that bitch at the car, and niggas know it is time to go. No words. I swear to God. I swear. Matter of fact, my old lady will look at me and she'll be like, "Hey, get your shit."
That's why I'm not answering, Chels, because some of this it doesn't make sense
Uh,
to me.
there's
So
not an answer. There's not, and Chelsea,
exactly. So why are
Chelsea,
you asking it?
because you got
Because you
so
want to see me
emotional.
try to give an
So,
answer
so,
so that you
so,
can be
so
like, it makes no sense.
no, that's okay. So hold up, Chelsea. First off, that's not nobody trying to mock. I'm saying you got a problem with the messenger. So I said,
I'm
F
serious,
the
Chelsea.
messenger. Let's talk about the message. Now you have no solution for the message. So my point is, it don't make a difference who's saying it. You need to fix what's broken.
Nobody ever said that it doesn't need to be fixed, Ken.
So how much does it help push the culture that you're complaining about the
It
messenger
doesn't
again?
help though.
So don't.
If it
So that's
doesn't
my point.
help, why are we acknowledging it? Why am
You're
Mm,
I going to
acknowledging
acknowledge
it.
something that ain't going to help? I'm not
What?
acknowledging that shit.
mm,
Oh, so you're not acknowledging that the hood is effed up?
Not coming from a freaking racist. Absolutely
Oh my
not.
God.
uh,
Wait, you
and
know
No.
what?
I
You
feel
know what?
that.
It got to be a pastor. A pastor got to say it, right? A pastor got to say it, right? For it to work, for it to resonate. Fake ass pastor. That's what we need. Who got to say it for it to make something? That's crazy.
Mm,
Do you not
Doesn't
understand?
no,
have to be.
no,
And the
no,
thing is, it
no.
doesn't have
You
to be.
know, it
It's
gotta
already
happen to
known.
you.
We just haven't gotten to the point where we unified enough to do something about it.
Do you not understand? Just like what CDT said, ain't no unification coming. Ain't
Okay,
none
so then
coming.
I guess there's
It's
no
not.
solution then.
It's
So
not. It's
what are we
not.
even
You
doing
We
know
then?
why?
actually
Why are we
No,
having
I'm
the
gonna tell you.
conversation? That's what
I'm
I'm saying.
delineating.
we having a conversation because you know why there's no solution. And I'm saying this respectfully because of what you're doing. You're not
What am I
acknowledging
doing?
and
What I
taking
do?
accountability for the. Hear me out. Instead of taking accountability for the problem and addressing the problem, we want to talk about who's telling us the problem is the problem. Let's talk about the problem
That ain't my main
because
focus. Not here in my
that's the
household.
and
But
oh,
during this
because guess what? Because you
conversation,
ain't in the hood. Because you ain't
in
because you
this
ain't in the hood
particular
no more.
section,
Because you ain't in the
mhm,
hood no more. Ain't nobody selling drugs next door to you. Ain't nobody smoking dope next door to you. The weed man ain't next door to you. Ain't in a trap house across the street. So it's not your problem, right? There we go.
you
I
have
get it.
no idea what you're talking about. That's the thing
I'm
that's funny. That's why I can it's not even it's not. I'm listening though, and I hear everything you're saying, and I respect it.
do we feel that accountability is not the primary source of this situation? We have been
Yeah, we
sitting here
said that
arguing
earlier.
about. So then why is the conversation about the messenger? Who cares about the messenger?
Close your eyes.
Thank you. Close your eyes.
I mean, no, for real. Man, listen. Some of the best advice I got came from motherfuckers I didn't like.
Facts.
I promise.
Chelsea, you
I
said
don't
I'm
give a
the
fuck
only
about none of
person who
that.
thought the man. No, Chelsea. So let me explain. Let me explain something to you. I'm gonna put your comment up there, and this is what I don't like, respectfully. You're gonna sit here and try to say I'm the one who thought the man wasn't a racist. I don't give a damn if the man is a racist or not. I don't care. I'm not focusing on that. That's the point. See, what I'm not gonna let you do either. You're not gonna sit here and let me focus on pointing this man out when the message is right. I don't give a damn what he's saying. Guess what? I'm thankful they got the balls to sit here and talk about what needs to be done and what's wrong with the community.
But it's not gonna work. Remember, so you need to shut up.
No,
Right.
no. My it's not gonna work was
He
to
ain't
her
got a solution
response.
either.
No, hold on. That was tongue in cheek to her and CDT's response about
Oh,
when they right, because she didn't have a solution. That's the only reason why I said that. My point is, why are we choosing to focus on that? Chelsea, you could be concerned as you want to. You could be as concerned as you want to. It don't change nothing. The message is the message. We trying to focus on if this dude is racist or not. That's the emotional shit. The emotional shit lead niggas exactly where they are.
No, I already told y'all his ass racist. I'm telling you. I said that.
And
That's the first thing I said when I started talking about this. That motherfucker racist. He don't like black people. Like,
And let me
let's
just
get
be
past
clear.
that.
I could respect people and what they believe in, their biases and all that stuff. I like to know who my enemies are. Absolutely. So I
Yeah,
respect somebody
that's
being honest
well, hold on.
and saying what they think. But I'm not. I don't
honestly.
have to listen
Okay,
to it,
Yeah,
and I don't have to
no,
abide by it
so let's do
because it's
this.
coming from that person.
You're right.
Absolutely not.
no, but that's called
Y-
intel,
y-
and you military based,
Thank you. It's the
so
message.
you should understand that was intel, so you know how to move properly. It's not really like listen. Do you think that like in the military strategy we give a shit who tell us how to win? Nobody
Say it again.
cares. If you want to win, you're gonna take everything that you need. Who cares if this motherfucker thinks this? He's gonna die that way.
Thank
Fuck
you.
him.
Thank you.
That's what I'm
Chelsea,
with
real
Ken
quick.
on this. Fuck that dude. But listen to what he's
Real
saying because now you know what it is.
We already know that though. That's
Don't
what I'm
be
saying. Like
oh my
we
God.
well.
What
already
are
knew what he was
what do the
talking about.
actions show?
So then it
So if
shouldn't
we
be.
if we're
So it
saying we
shouldn't be
right,
so
Because we have
bothering.
cognitive dissonance, and just because we know
It's
something
not
don't mean
cognitive
we willing to
dissonance.
change it.
It's
okay.
you.
So it
So
What you
if
now
gonna
because
let's
do?
talk about the solution, nigga. Since you got all the solutions and you know everything in the stats, let's get down to it. Let's
okay,
get to it.
let's go.
What's the solution then?
Hold up. Before we get to the solution, let me bring Chelsea to the front of the congregation.
Oh
Chelsea,
Lord.
let me
Chelsea,
Yeah,
you
I
done
ask you a
know.
fucked up.
question.
Now I'm scared. I'm scared now.
I'm scared
Yeah,
too.
yeah, yeah, Chelsea. Since you want to pop out for real. Let me ask you this question, Chelsea. What makes you feel like there were racist tones?
hit that link. Hit that link, Chelsea, at the bottom. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I want you got a whole lot of comments
Hey,
about black people and what's scaring black people. I want to know what you felt was racist about him. You want to
Don't be
be a
mad at your
spokesperson?
ally.
I'm just
nigga,
she
he
could
was
be whatever
racist.
she could be whatever she want to be. I just want to know what her take is.
Ken, you let me ask you a question. Is you gonna go down the route of like the only way you can be racist is if you
Yep.
holding somebody back? Is you going down that route?
Bro.
Because
So
let's
That's his
not do
whole
that.
stance. That's his whole
Let's not do
stick.
that.
that's not my stance.
Yeah,
That's not my stance. You know what
but
my
let's
stance
not do
is?
that.
You know what my stance is? I don't give a damn about racism until it's here, until it's offensive, it's direct. I don't care about what nobody doing nowhere else. That's not my business.
Mm.
And I'm
Mm.
intelligent enough. I'm intelligent enough to listen and hear the message. That's
But you already knew
crazy.
it. You already knew
So
it.
now, no, okay. So again, yes, I already knew it. It don't hurt me to hear it. See, only a sensitive, un unintelligent, unemotionally intelligent person would be bothered by hearing a message like that. It needs to be said by more. I
Says the
wish
person that
more
has
people would
showing the
say
most
it.
emotion tonight. That's crazy. It's crazy how you calling everybody
Absolutely.
else emotional, but you the
No,
ones
no,
hyped
bro.
up on
No,
the
hold, hold
on the
on, hold
stage.
on, hold on.
It's crazy.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's okay.
Crazy
I
work.
think more should be hyped.
Pew,
Hype
pew,
with
pew, pew,
action.
pew, pew.
Hype with action. That's all I'm saying. Hype with action. So now let's talk about solutions. That's what you want to talk about? What solutions do you want? What questions do you have? We got some solutions. I got solutions for you. What's your questions, Mo?
Roll
What
it
do you want
out.
solved? What do you want solved?
World hunger.
Yeah,
I don't care nothing about the world.
roll out the big beautiful the big beautiful whatever you call it,
Hey,
big
I
beautiful
got you.
bill. Come on, let's
To
go.
solve world hunger, eat more box. Next.
Oh my goodness, that is crazy.
Nope.
Hey, I'm be honest. That can't be true because I'm about
Oh,
150,
Shaida.
Oh my god.
and
What'd you say? What'd
you
you say?
know, that can't be true because I'm about 150 right now, cuz, and I be Trey songs with it, diving in it. Ain't no way.
More
I
box
ain't
and
even
more
got a
nutty
beard.
butters, huh?
I ain't even got a beard, so that's a lie too, nigga. Remember
Hey,
niggas
listen,
was
bro.
saying eating box give you a beard? Wrong.
Your shit patchy than a mug, ain't it?
Patchy in the bitch. Did not
Next,
work.
next question. What else you want to solve?
No, come on. You didn't solve world hunger. Come on. Hey,
So
Solve
that
my
is a good
patchy
question. All right,
beard,
that is a good
nigga.
question, right? Everything has an
Nah.
origin, correct? Correct.
yeah, I agree
So
with that.
everything you stood on the mountaintop screaming about, as far as
Literally.
our activities in the hood,
Mhm.
let's get to it.
Let's get to it, bro. So
It
it
starts at
starts at
home,
home.
right? There you
It
go.
starts at home, y'all. Let's keep it a beam. Um, the first thing we got to do is acknowledge that we need to change. We can't go backwards. We have to start with our children. We have to understand that we're in a world that is imperfect. We're in a world that is unequitable for people of melanin right now. Um, so we have to start by
Mm.
valuing first and foremost ourselves, right? We have to value who we are as people, and we have to really understand the impact that our actions and those values are going to have on our children. Because I don't
Mm.
think that this is just a now problem. I think this is a problem from a generation and a half to 2 generations ago, right? Maybe even 3 generations. But we can't change it. We can't do it because the kids are born. These lives are out here. The craziness is amongst us. But what I will say is this: it starts with the women. I tell you, women have the power to change the culture completely. They carry the barrier of entry. And I'm not saying that tongue in cheek. I'm saying that legitimately. If they change the standard of what they're willing to give up, we're not going to bring lives into this world irresponsibly. It will
We
make a
just gonna
man.
we gonna negate the
Let me finish.
accountability of the male. Okay,
I'm about
gotcha,
to say this. Hold on. Let me say this. I'll finish.
gotcha.
No, this is
It
not me
it
back.
rests on our shoulders.
No,
Yeah,
no,
but y'all
no,
supposed to be
no,
the
no.
leaders. Come on
Well,
now.
hold on. Let me
Yeah, well,
explain.
this nigga did say
Let me
that
explain. Let me explain.
14 and pregnant is cool. So
Hold on. Hold on. Hey, listen.
Okay, right.
Look,
let's, yeah,
I
full circle.
contributed to some of the debauchery. So I'm not saying I'm better than anybody. But my point of saying that is this again: that if the women change the standard, the men will live up and move up to that standard,
What
and
happened
the
to
men
Carmelo?
will be more accountable.
What
Because
happened to
guess
Carmelo and
what?
his pops?
Yeah, huh?
What happened to
Deuce,
Carmelo and
can
his
you come
pops
back up,
since
plece?
Yeah, you
since
lost me with
happened?
that. Hold on. So what I'm saying is that if the women change the standard of what's acceptable and what their barrier of entry is, meaning to procreate, right? The men will change.
Okay.
The women control the trends in the music, right? In order
Mhm,
to get with a woman, you have to have the music that's going to attract her, right?
mhm,
We got to control, we got to start there so that we can be more responsible. We got
mhm,
to start valuing family,
mhm,
right? If we change those things, we're going to create offspring that have those same values. We'll start valuing each other more. We'll start looking at each other differently. Communities will be built. Financial literacy is the next thing. Education. Those things are really important. Understanding what community really is. I think we are crazy to sit here and keep talking about the black community. A community ain't nothing that you own. I mean, ain't nothing. You don't have a community if you don't own anything. It's not yours. You're just
How
living in
do
somebody else's space.
how do you propose we get to the point to where we value those things?
Well,
Mm.
it starts inside, man. It starts with conversations like this, acknowledging that there needs to be a change, right?
I think we
Man,
all
niggas don't
acknowledge
apply
that.
that change in their
Listen,
household. Niggas do not apply that change outside of their household for the most
so
part.
and that's
Like, let's be
my
real.
that's my point. So hold up, that's my point. Let me say this. Me and my cousin have been having these conversations for a while, and even as long as we've been doing this podcast, the things that we've been bringing out into this podcast, right? The things that we've been discovering, not just as men, but as black men, as fathers, as brothers. These are all things that I've been implementing, and he as well has been implementing to his son. Like when I saw this Carmelo Anthony situation, the first person I called was my son and had a conversation with him because I felt
Right.
like
Me
I
too.
was very similar to Carmelo Anthony's father because I know a part of me instilled that if somebody touch you, bust their head to the white meat, and that's not the way. So I think sometimes when we talk about what we need to change, we think it has to be this huge grandiose thing, right? Sometimes the changes are real simple. Son, don't 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 fight. Look for an alternative. Understand time, situation, and circumstance. Know your value. You're an athlete. You have college aspirations. You are bigger than that situation. I'm talking to my son right now about self-awareness and emotional security. These are things that we can pass on. These are things that we can change. I'm talking to my women, to my daughters about, valuing who they are. I have my daughters focusing on themselves and making sure that they're carrying themselves in a respectful manner. These are the things that we can do collectively that will change. Just like stuff didn't get bad overnight, things aren't going to be fixed overnight. But the more and more we take care of these individual issues within our houses, our communities would turn over and be our communities legitimately. That's how you change. I can't wave a magic wand. We can't march ourselves into change. We can't pray ourselves into change. We can't riot ourselves into change. It's that
Man,
conversation.
and the only thing that's gonna happen is the same thing that both of y'all ass is probably doing, that I'm doing, and Mike Check doing. The only thing niggas is gonna do is stay away from these niggas, bro. Niggas is gonna
Yeah,
like listen, bro.
yeah,
Listen,
yeah,
you can't even tell a nigga to turn his music down without putting your life in danger. You finna tell a
yeah.
nigga to change his life? That's crazy.
Say it again, bro. And you're absolutely
It's
right.
not
And
gonna happen.
and I say this,
Niggas
y'all.
only change. Niggas only change and
After they
niggas
behind the
only
wall.
change when some shit happen. When some shit happen, nigga, it gotta be so, like, man, come on, man. Let's be real. Hey,
Question.
kids, hey, I hear you, but niggas ain't changing. Niggas
I
gonna do
know.
what the fuck niggas gonna do what they get away with.
Question, Ken.
Yeah.
The proposed plan that you laid out,
Hmm.
how did that work for Carmelo? What was wrong in his situation? He had everything you just laid out. He had a two-parent household. He did okay in school. He was an honor roll student. So where was the ball dropped?
Well, again, I don't know. I don't know those intricate conversations or moments within their family or within their dichotomy. But what I can say is, if that were me and I were Mr. Anthony and my son did that, I would know why, because I know I raised my son to a certain extent that if somebody touch you, you bust their head. You beat them to the white meat. You pick up a stick. You pick up a brick. And
That's a
I
felony.
yeah, I know, and I probably have echoed that with other, you know, displays of violence and frustration. So I don't think that it worked out for him, and that's why I hurt for the father, because I know the father didn't intend on that situation or that outcome when he was saying that to his son. It was, that's something we talk about in our community. I wish a nigga would touch me and see what happened. Those things, man, we got to change that. Um, but to answer your question, CDT, you are absolutely right, bro. Um, we are us four, and whoever is taking heed to some of this. We are the few that understand the message. I think like we've all done our part to separate ourselves from the things that aren't safe, the things that aren't healthy, the things that our community was the communities that was taken from us instead of building us. We kind of separated from that. And I've said this and I'll say this all the time. We got to get out of this mindset that like-mindedness has to do with aligning with color. You have to get in community and environment of people that value the same thing that you value internally. Diversity is probably the best way, because if we stay in that box, we're going to be subjected to the rules and terms and conditions of that box. And that box leads to two boxes:
They don't want you in their
jail
neighborhood,
or
Ken.
bed. Bro,
Well,
no. Let me
listen,
say this.
Mo
They don't
even
want niggas in their
They can't
neighborhood.
tell the difference, remember?
That's what you're saying. I'm not gonna let
No,
you
that's
sit
what
here
you
and
said
try to
earlier.
raise me. I didn't say that. I never said that earlier. I
Bro,
never said that earlier.
I said my problem with that guy, Matt
I
Walsh, was
don't.
because hold on, I think about my son. And you said, well, they don't know the difference. Okay, so I'll give you that. They don't know the difference. So you telling us to diversify. They don't want us. They don't want us to do that. He just made that point loud and proud when he talked about segregation and how white people were forced
That's
to
so
live
funny.
amongst.
That's so funny. He's talking about a situation, a circumstance about how it happened and how it originated. Do you understand that the white people were the people who owned those homes? Those are the communities that he's talking about. It was their communities. They owned those communities. And the disenfranchised African American people, Section 8, public assistance, they were interjected into those, forcefully interjected. Do you not understand that?
I'm not
That's what
talking
he was
about.
talking about.
I'm not
He
talking about
wasn't talking.
segregation. Yes, those undertones. Those are the undertones that we're talking about.
What
The fear
undertones,
mongering.
bro? You want a solution, and I made it clear.
Yeah,
You
but the white
need
people got to agree
to
with your
align.
solution.
No, it's so. This is the thing, bro. The community,
Come on,
the
integrate.
white people don't have to. No, they don't, because you can live anywhere that you can afford to live,
hey, how many black owned power companies you know?
bro. We're 13%.
I
We're
I
13%.
mean,
You can't,
I'm saying
bro. Do you know
like
that?
no, because you remember you was talking about voting a while back, right? Did you know that utility companies get a vote on who is serving the community, and they voting on, like you said, that you voting on all the things that you paying for, right? You remember saying that?
Yeah,
Right. So you know that, did you know that like utility companies get extra votes? Like if you work for the utility company and you vote, you get extra votes for
I
the
don't.
things in your community.
No, it doesn't work like that, bro.
Okay.
No, voting has to be proportionate. You get one vote per
You
ballot.
niggas think voting is proportionate.
All right, bro. Until we could fact check that. That sounds like the herbs talking.
Okay.
Um,
Why?
what I'm what, it sound like herb. That's herb. That's
Hey,
herb in
you
them.
got it.
Ain't
You
nothing
got
wrong
it.
with that. But
You
but
got it.
my point is this again, y'all. The key to this is, and I think we're doing it already. So it's crazy. The reason why you in the neighborhood that you in, Mo, is because people around you value the same things that you value. Mike, the reason why you're in the neighborhood that you in is the same reason. We're doing it already. I'm not saying that it's going to be some huge integration, but I'm saying we have to, as a people, we have to be okay and comfortable and understand that that's the key. You're able to be who you are safely because the people around you value the same things that allow them to be safe. The hood is where it is because
We're allowed to
it
because
was.
laws protect us. That's the only reason.
What you mean? No, what laws protect
Laws
you?
protect us. Remember when there
Okay.
weren't laws and people could say what they want and do what they want? Now there's laws that protect us. That's why we're able to do what you speak about.
Well, okay, so stop. Let's talk about that. What laws protect you? What laws are there were made created so that you can live in the house that you live in right now?
I'm not talking
In
about
the
living in
last
a house. I ain't talking about fair
in the
housing now. I'm I'm talking about getting
na-
lynched and not being charged
okay,
in
bro,
the name of Jesus.
we're 100 years up
I
past that.
understand that. I'm
Yeah.
not trying
So
to say that was yesterday or last week. I'm
okay, so
saying
we're
we're
talking.
here not because we share the same values. We're here because the laws allow it.
Shut up, bro. That don't make sense.
Okay.
Because you're talking about a solution today. So then why would you talk
It's
about
okay
anything
to
from the
disagree
past?
without turning to a female.
Oh, I apologize. That was a very intelligent way to call me out by name.
I'm
I
just
like
saying.
that.
You've been
I
doing
like
that a lot tonight, not just
I like that.
and I'm just saying.
Just
Y'all
saying.
do know that laws only really matter to people that obey them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's why
absolutely.
Carmelo is
Okay.
and getting ready to
So
serve protocol.
laws,
Yeah.
exactly.
But well,
So
and my point is
law
bringing up the law.
abiding law abiding citizens are the ones that's being held back, right? It's like gun laws.
Mm-hmm.
So like laws is not the law is not for people that break the law. If that makes sense.
Hold on.
You can
Who
make
is
all the laws in the world, but if you don't give a fuck about that, what does it matter? Maybe we should be teaching our kids the law.
hold on, CD. I'm gonna let you
Hmm.
get some water, bro. Um so who is Jean's is it
Janesta.
Gina's
Janesta
Janessa?
Coleman.
Janesta.
Put some respect on her name, man. What you
No,
doing?
I
Hype
couldn't
me up.
Hold on
I'm
now.
sorry.
Hold on now. Hold on now.
Hype me up.
Hold on, hold on, hold on.
She may be new to you.
No. I'm sorry. I was trying to
She
read
ain't
the
new to
name.
us. All right. You
I apologize.
put some respect on her name.
Maybe that's the female dog in me. He set me straight. He set me straight, y'all. But anyway, so I don't understand your point when you're saying society is made to protect them and not us. That sounds like a victim mentality again. Can you please clarify? Name a law that says we're gonna protect them and not us now, today. Name something that's been passed. I just don't get this.
While she's doing that, I'm gonna land my little plane, and
Go
then
ahead.
I'm gonna bow out, and then I'll be in the background. I appreciate this discussion. I appreciate you gentlemen allowing me up on your panel. I appreciate all the names that I've been called. I appreciate everything. Um, I agree with probably 80% of what you personally stated, Super Ken. And I would like to say that I believe that Black people would be in a better position if we all did have the same positive mindset of wanting to live a good life and to raise our children right with morals and values and ethics. But like you said, some of us aren't on that type of time. But if we all were on that same type of time at the same type of time, then we would be better off. But that's not how it is. um, so it does start in the home. And unfortunately, it's one of those things where we have to be individualistic. I can only do what I can do from my sphere of control, what I got going on in my home, right? So yeah, I teach my son about conflict resolution and emotional regulation, and most importantly, the trajectory that my son is going will hopefully be like, CDT's kids and, athletes and doing all this stuff, and you guys as kids going to college and being successful and starting families and stuff like that. My son is learning another language. My son is attending STEM camp. He got all on a roll for the whole year. He's in the gifted and talented program. My son is the shit, right?
Hold on, hold on.
So because of that, what I have to explain to my son is that he has a lot to lose.
Mm-hmm.
So, and he's gonna have more to lose the older he gets and the more he stays on that positive path, right? So I can only do what I can do from here,
Yep.
but everybody ain't on that right now. So that's where the problem is, because when he has to go out and deal with somebody who didn't learn that or is raised a certain way, then that's where shit gets messed up. And I understand that, and I'm trying to teach him that. So I mean, is there a solution? There's always a solution to a problem. It's just who's willing to abide by it, you know?
Well,
So
I was gonna say you're doing a hell of a job. You are the solution, and you're abiding by it. You're setting the foundation. Do you think that that same foundation is being set in the areas that we're talking about? Do you think the mothers have the same values that they're trying to instill in their children that you're doing right now? No, that's what I mean. You are the solution.
right, and there's
Your
nothing
child,
that but I can't control those other women though.
you
That's the
can't.
thing.
But guess what? Because of what you're instilling in your
You
son,
can't
he's
control
gonna
mother
do
man.
exactly he's gonna do exactly what I was talking about the big solution is. He's going to align himself with a like-minded individual that respects and values the man that he is and the things that you've instilled in him. He's gonna steer clear of the riffraff.
I can only
Hopefully,
hope.
most of the time. Yeah, hopefully. But that's so much more of an opportunity than the latter. You see what I mean? If he
Hmm.
didn't know any better, he couldn't do any better. That's what I'm saying. That's how we change this by taking a stance.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I,
I
I just
I
want to commend you for that.
I agree. I mean, I don't I think all of us are all on the same page. We just disagree on a lot of nuances of things and the way communication is disseminated, but in all, we all want the right thing. We all want what's best for us as a people. We definitely want what's best for our family first, more than anything. But
Yeah.
it's one of those things, like you said, it took us a while to get to this point. It's gonna take us
Yep.
a while to get out of it, you know. But
Yep.
I think it does start here, just really accountability and really just being able to have the tough conversations. And even if we don't agree on every little detail, we got to have some common ground to work on,
Right.
to work from. We have to have something that we all agree on to be
To
able to
build
even
on.
work from there. Because I don't have
Hmm.
to like you to be able to work with you and make money, but a lot of us, our ego is too big and it gets in the way.
You know what our goal of this podcast was?
What?
To do exactly what we're doing right now. You don't have to agree with me. You don't have to disagree with me, but you hear me. You can take it and grow with it. That's what it's about. You know what's not happening? These conversations aren't happening in those areas. These conversations aren't happening in those hoods. Nobody's being vulnerable. Nobody's willing to stand for what's right or even stand for what they don't understand or what they disagree about. Like CDT said, you try to tell somebody something different. You try to tell somebody your music too loud. They offended. You see what I'm saying? This is conjecture. This is us being the example. I can fuss, I can be emotional, I can yell, but I can also respect your diversity and your differences. This is the example that we're setting for everybody watching. This is the entire purpose of this podcast. I don't care what you look like, I don't care what you sound like, I don't care what you from, where you from. What you saying, as long as you're trying to build and be positive, it has value. And we're growing from it. One day, somebody gonna watch this podcast. They're gonna be inspired by everything that you're saying, Mo. Your child is gonna be able to look back at this podcast and understand why he's the person that he is today. And that's because the foundation that you laid. That's our responsibility. That's what I'm talking
Definitely.
about by not making excuses. That's what I'm talking about us being accountable. You're being accountable to your son. You're sowing into him. That's your community. That's your community. I pray that my daughters come across a son that has a foundation like yours. The more of these conversations that happen, greater probability that it is to
Facts. All right,
Hey, look
gentlemen.
at Ken on his prolific list.
Oh,
You
trying to
Right.
get
Look at
hear him?
him.
You
sentimental.
hear him?
Looking all
Okay,
nice.
okay.
You
Yeah,
trying to
that
get
nigga
sentimental on the
definitely
way out.
brown nosing. Yeah,
happen. No,
he
I
Right.
did.
don't. No, I
Yeah, he
don't.
did.
Man, get out of here.
Listen, I know what I bring. I know what I bring to the podcast, and I ain't scared of the smoke. But I know I love my people, y'all. I just want to tell you, Mo, I love and respect you, and I can't say
Same.
this enough. I am
Yeah, that's
so
my partner.
proud. Yeah, I'm so proud of the woman you are. Um,
For
it it
sure.
it takes. Mm.
I'm sorry.
So I want to say that I raised my daughters to be forward thinking like you are, and I really appreciate that. I appreciate your
They'll get
humility,
there. Yeah.
and I love your strength, man. It was a pleasure having you.
Appreciate you.
CDT, I appreciate you, bro. I
Yes,
value
sir.
Hey,
I value your opinion, man. Everybody who contributed, even what's her name, Coach. Somebody just want to do like what's my girl name who put doctor in front of her name? Everybody call her doctor.
Cheyenne.
Cheyenne.
Yeah, this
Oh,
ain't
that's
Coach.
crazy.
Where your
Cheyenne.
certifications at, Coach? You a coach of what, Coach?
Uh-oh.
Hey,
Don't have me
She's
going
yeah,
here repeating
hey,
certified.
Chelsea.
hey,
Chelsea's
definitely,
certified. Don't play.
definitely
Certified.
don't want none of that smoke. Hey,
No,
you
Coach.
on
not
your
at
own,
all.
brother.
We got
You,
Coach
Chelsea
you
back.
Chelsea.
definitely,
Crazy.
yeah, you on your
Doctor,
own
wait, I'm
level,
gonna call
nigga.
it Doctor Coach. Doctor Coach. Doctor Coach. But yeah, y'all, it's been one, man. Mike, you got anything you want to wrap it up with, bro?
I was finna say I'm about to go to bed. It's 11:17. Let me see.
Yeah,
How we gonna wrap this
yeah.
up? Oh, there she goes. She back. She like, calm down, Ken. Hold on now. Hold on now.
Yeah, I'm
Hey,
just
this is a
saying,
great stream.
Doctor Coach.
This is a great
She,
stream. We didn't get through the whole video, but the little bit that we did get through, we had a good conversation about. And like you said, we don't all agree on 100% of everything, but there's no reason to get emotional and name call. Like, things got a little off the track a little bit, but we got it
come
back
on,
on the
man.
road. We kissed and made up. Pause.
Pause.
But
Hey, yo.
yeah, these conversations are necessary because, like I told, I think I was on live. Yeah, I was saying I don't really too much care about so much agreeing with people. I'm more concerned or more intrigued about why your convictions are your convictions.
Mm.
And Ken, for sure, his conviction was on 1,000, which is good. So now we want to know the why. And he laid out the why and he tried to lay out a solution. So that's all you can ask for in a conversation like
Yeah,
this.
he
So,
tried. He tried.
yeah, he tried. Yeah, he tried.
That
I take it all back. I take
was
it all back.
So I take it
that
all back.
was a
Delete,
jab
delete,
after a
delete.
jab.
Right.
We gonna edit all that I said earlier. Like, wait, what? So
Any final
I'll
words,
leave
CDT?
everybody.
Any final
Oh, I'm
words,
about to say.
CDT? CDT.
He inhaling
CT.
right now.
What about me?
Any final words?
Yeah, final word.
My final words is this. Hey, listen. What this entire conversation, I respect everything everybody was saying, and I agree. It's okay to agree, disagree, but I agree with everything that was being said. I agree with what Mo was saying. I agree with what Ken was on. I agree that Mike Jake wasn't saying shit.
That's right.
You know, um,
I don't like
He
panels.
was the moderator.
There you go. I told you I don't like
hey,
panels. I step to the side when
hey,
it comes to that panel stuff.
hey.
He
Well,
said
see,
something when I
here's
opened
the
my mouth.
thing.
That's right.
Well, next time, Mike Check, I'm gonna speak for you. Today, I was with Ken all the way.
I
Like,
think we all
listen,
were, right? We were all,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Hey, because I
We
think
just
the
don't
one
like
thing
Ken.
I think the one thing that we, I mean, well, yeah,
Every
I'm on
great
that
story needs a
bandwagon.
villain, homie.
But no, true story. The whole thing, like, it's because we was talking about the Carmelo thing. I wanted to say something about this. Man, hey, the man did it. That young man did it. He got to suffer them consequences. Talk to your kids, man. Talk to your kids. If
Mm-hmm.
your kid having a problem, hey, I promise you right now, I got daughters. I drove to New York because somebody was fucking with my kid from Atlanta. Drove 18 hours straight. No stop. Like, we stopped because the kid got sick. But other than that, drove straight up there. You tell me you got a problem, let me handle it. If it's something that is that serious, because what he did was he made a forever choice, and I don't think we understanding that. We so easy to dismiss the fact that a child has lost his life that did not, that y'all think this white boy deserved it? Probably not. Being a young dickhead it's not your like. All right, because I don't know what this kid was, but the way they framed it as if these kids had money, they came from money, blah 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 blah. You don't get to take somebody's life because they're a dickhead.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fair consequence. Teach your kids right from wrong. Teach your kids to walk away. I'm rambling. I love y'all because I'm tired too. I appreciate y'all having me up here. Shout out to y'all.
Oh yeah. All right, Ken, you got the final. You get to get the last word, like you always try to get anyway. What say you?
Do I try to get it or what we saying, bro? What I'm gonna say is this, bro. I think the good thing.
Who did that? You stupid.
The silver lining.
I gotta get that drop. Stay off the weed. All right, go ahead.
The silver lining in this situation with Carmelo Anthony, y'all, is what I will say is that he took accountability, y'all. And he made a mistake. He didn't deny what he did. He stood up to what he did, and I have to say I have a level of respect for that. I understand that he's got some time ahead of him, and I think that I think it's well deserved. Definitely, I know he's going to get out. Probably do about 60% of that. But what I say is this: back to what we talked about before. We can't do anything to fix what has happened. All we can do is educate those that are under us, and change starts in the home. And you can't change anything until you're accountable to your circumstance. So be accountable and be the change that you want to see in your environment. That's how I leave it.
Don't forget to tell them about that email again.
Yes. Man, we got an email popping. I see we got a couple people that dropped some topics up in there.
Yeah,
I'm
shout out
about
to
to
Mo.
show it right now. We're going to see A2D topics for you at gmail.com. Send your topics, y'all. Send your topics. Y'all part of the family. We definitely want to make sure that we have content that is going to further the conversation, but also conversation that you guys are going to be having in your daily lives. So send it to us, run it up. Again, man, we love y'all. We are going to try to continue to keep bringing the heat like this. Tell somebody, share it, do more, say more, be more. And on that note, 2 of them.
Deuces.